Gilbert Gottfried told an incredible version of the Aristocrats on someone's roast, by the way. You can use your imagination.
That's how our stream starts. Gilbert Gottfried, Aristocrats.
Yeah! Oh, icon. Absolute icon. Well, hey, what's up? The gang's all here.
Isn't he dead?
Yes, as of this...
Wow.
Was that this year? Or was it fairly recent?
No, it was a year or two ago, I think.
Within a few, yeah.
Sorry, respectfully, dead.
So yeah, we're here. It's episode something. I don't remember. Is this 17? I don't remember where we're at. 17. I was right. She's only 17. Not an appropriate song. All right. It's episode 17. Gang's all here again. Who would like to recap last week before we pick up again with this week?
We got on a boat, we got attacked by a dragon thing, and we went wha-bam! And we fought the dragon thing. But first, it made us go, ow! Ugh.
First, we punched some sharks, and we were like, easy, for babies. And then the dragon popped out and was like, for what now? And made us look like babies. But we won. With the help of the giant turtle.
You did. It was not the most balanced fight, and that's on me, but you did come out on top. So, and honestly, even without Azov like getting the turtle to pitch in, you would have had it. You'd have made it. I have faith in you.
It was a little close there. We were close to losing some people.
Well, it used its nuke, but it was not recharging that nuke. So, you know,
We always could have just gone to Withers to get everybody back up. It's
There you
fine.
go.
And I had a halfling barbarian in the chamber ready to go.
like literally, like out of 8-9's gun.
Yeah. Ant-Man style.
Yeah. We can
oh,
take
yeah,
that
We were
sure.
just going to keep re-rolling artificers until we were a full artificer party.
Oh, the partificers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. That's more or less what happened. Yeah. You guys, you got your squad. You're almost on the way to Shadow Moon City. You've got basically a almost one full day still to go on this journey. You're on about the middle of the 4th day. You're going to get there like morning of the 5th day, and then the moon comes crashing down by Zelda rules.
Of course.
So yeah, you did all that. You did roll. We did roll some a D100 last time to determine how much friendlier Bora would get with you guys on the trip, and you rolled. I think Ryan, you rolled somewhere in like the high 80s. So she's like, you did it. You did the full anime, my enemy is now my party member flip. So congratulations on that.
I beat you. Now you are my friend. Those are the rules.
Basically, you guys fully did that. So congrats. And yeah, I think we're gonna pick up just right at the climax of the fight there, where Rollo rode the dragon down, punching it, and then emerged from the water with a tooth. And I think we'll pick up right there.
I got a trophy.
Sound off. Who's dead?
I think we're all alive somehow.
Lefty, place.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
God, I
it
hope
looks
he's
like
dead.
Lefty didn't make it. Looks like the way
Joke's on you. I don't think Lefty needs to breathe or eat.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that.
I think that's actually in the raw.
I need text on that. This is important for me.
Andrew, you can verify that. I think it's true. Maybe it
Lefty
comes
doesn't
out.
sleep.
Oh yeah, yeah. You said that last week. He doesn't sleep. He waits.
He waits. Yes.
Turtle, we got a treat for you right here. This guy.
The turtle's like, oh no,
Fuck that.
oh no.
I learned
Somehow
English just for this. Fuck that.
Oh man. So yeah, still Grace is gonna like check on everybody. Oh my goodness, that was, sometimes I run into predators out here on the water, but that was a lot. I've heard of the water dragons. I've never seen one in person. You all are incredible.
Probably
Gross.
could have seen more of it if you weren't inside the whole time.
I'm going to ignore that dig and continue with my compliment and say that you all are very powerful. Truly, I'm impressed.
I won't ignore that dig. Good one.
Right. Well, listen. Please, by all means, if you would like to rest up inside, I can have Zari tow your shark, your metal shark thing, the rest of the way to shore. You all seem like you need to rest after that.
With all due respect, we spent hours on a submarine perfectly safe, and within 2 minutes in a giant turtle, we've been... What's the technical phrase? Fucked.
I didn't laugh.
You know, I don't say this often, but he's not wrong.
Have a good
Don't say
day.
that often.
Hey, that's fine. Have it your way. Listen,
Have it your way.
if you're in Shadow, well, first of all, if you ever find yourselves in Boli, just know that I owe you all a huge favor. So, if you ever come by, come by the animal rescue. I'll do whatever I can for you. Okay? And when you head to Shadow Moon, if you run into my friend Mirtha Toon, just tell her Silgray sent you, and I'm sure she'll be able to help you guys out too. Maybe point you in the right direction to whatever it is you're headed there for.
Excellent.
The least I can do for... Actually, hold on. She'll kind of dig around in her bag. Is anyone in need of a health potion? Now or later? I'm happy to share.
Don't say no.
Should I just assume that you're all going to say yes?
I mean,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's
I'll
gonna
take one.
take her bag off and pass it to Henry. Just take one and pass it down.
I do.
I'll use it now.
You can use it now if you want, but I will say you will get one long rest still before you get to the city.
Ooh, wait, did I
Oh,
just acquire a new
okay, well
health
then I'll
potion? Is
just
that what's
put
going
it
on here?
into my
Yeah.
inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody gets a health potion. I'm gonna add one to your to Bora and Nona's sheets as well.
Is this the
apparently
regular-
been hoarding them.
It is regular. Yeah.
Okay.
It normally gets used. It normally gets used on animals, so it's not going to be anything too extreme.
I'm back to 3.
All right, we'll put those in.
Tony,
Yes.
given my character's background in being from the sea,
Mm-hmm.
would he know of anything? I know that the water dragon's got to be slowly sinking by now, but would he know if there's anything valuable or potentially worth trading off of the said beast?
Rolo's already got one tooth, and that would probably be the most valuable thing. It's capable of enhancing cold or adding cold, which is something that Rolo might actually be doing with his gauntlet now that he has the tooth.
Did I roll a medicine check to see if there's anything on that side of the realm, or not? Is that pretty much it?
Sorry, what do you mean?
Like any glands that would be used for healthy shit.
Oh,
He wants to brew kombucha.
I would, yeah, medicine or nature. And Azov, we'll say if you wanted to dive in to do a little harvesting, I'm fine with that. Okay, all right, Andrew.
First roll of the night, baby.
Okay, yeah, okay. So I guess maybe you're telling Azov what to go dive down and get.
I'm drawing, I'm drawing, diagrams, and then I just flip through a page and rip a page out, hand it to him, circle this, that's where it would be in the body.
Yeah, and I would say you're able to. If you can cut out a gland that's kind of around the things like throat, and if you cut it out, you would be able to make potions of cold resistance out of it.
You mean the gallblacks? I know what the gallblacks is.
Oh, well then I didn't need to tear perfectly good literature. Wonderful. Yes, go get that. Good sir.
I'll go get all the gallblacks.
Well,
I will say you are already cold resistant, Ryan, and are you as well, Richard?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh wait, sorry. Yes, I am.
I was about to
Yeah,
say,
okay.
you're
Yeah,
glad.
you should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, due to the potency and the nature of this, for Azov, because you already have it, I would say this will give you the quartered damage. You will get the stacked resistance
Cool.
because it's that potent. Yeah, and I would roll. Let's see. I would say let's Andrew, roll me just a D6.
D.
Yeah. All right, you were able to. We'll say this is on the last leg of the submarine journey. You're able to concoct 4 potions of cold resistance, and they are specifically, I guess you would say, well, they're cold resistant for everybody else, but for Azov, they're going to be potent enough to also make him not invulnerable, but, stacked resistant.
All right. Adding 4 potions of cold resist.
Would that be the same for Rolo or just?
Yeah, and for Rolo, sorry. Yeah, if you're naturally that way, it's better now.
I'm already quite accustomed to harsher temperatures. If you'd like to keep mine, it's totally fine.
Oh, yes, they're all mine. What are you talking about?
Very well.
Good work. Oh, wait. Was I supposed to...
All right. So you have those, and you are now on your way for the last leg of the journey to reach at least the shores near Shadow Moon City. There's not really a port. You'll have to dock and go in. So as you're in sort of your last leg of your voyage here, is there anything else you guys need to be discussing? Do you know plan of attack's not necessarily the right word, but do you know your first stop? Do you know kind of what's on the menu for you guys? I know I mentioned in the group chat you'll already be positioned to go after Flume and Salt first, but you don't necessarily have to. Yeah, it's just a standard potion of cold resistance, Artem, if you just want to name and description. Nah, I'm just saying for the other guys, because of its nature, it's also going to buff them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if you wanted to say it's like I don't know, I wouldn't say it's greater, but if you want to say it's potion of cold resistance parentheses water dragon gland or something, then there you go, And Richard, if you want, we can also say you're spending your time affixing that tooth to your gauntlet like we talked about.
Yeah, with some downtime at some point, yeah, you would see that Rolo is whittling away, and he's gonna kind of carve off some shards of it to put on his gauntlet, but then there's going to be enough of the tooth as well. I imagine it's a fairly sized tooth.
Oh yeah.
He is going to start carving a little totem figurine of a dragon. And it won't come into play until he levels up, so he's just starting it right now.
Kind of looks like PS1 Spyro a little bit right now.
Yep.
That's not HD. Cool. Anything? Well, I guess you guys can just discuss amongst yourselves what your plan is as you're nearing the city. You will arrive the morning of the next day.
Gonna hit full rest.
So did we actually want to consider this painting thing and what it could be used for, or are we just going to or is that just a frivolous nothing?
I think it depends
Honestly,
on how much money it costs.
That's true.
This painting could be invaluable to us.
Absolutely.
Even if all of us are able to hide in it, if one of us can carry it and get away, it could be a good way of escape.
That's true. That's fair.
I had some buddies that once, they had this thing they called a portress. I was thinking, we could use it for something like that, just like our own little portable fortress.
Oh, is that what portress means?
I think so.
The cleric's gonna chime in. Oh, I've actually read about this. There's a legend about there was another group of adventurers. I think they fought a god by the end, I think, but they carried something like that.
Yeah, I think a lot of those stories are fake. It seems like all those stories end up fighting a god. How fucking realistic is that,
So are you telling me a portress is not a waitress that attends port restaurants?
I suppose it could be that too.
Perplexing.
Or an actress who works at the port.
Port plays. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Laura's gonna chime in. I always figured it was like a rich countess, but without the money.
Yeah.
There's echoes of Hebert in there somewhere.
Either way, I think it's worth investigating. And if there's anything else that can help us.
Do we know how much money do we have as a group that we're willing to pour into this?
How much money do you have, Moneybags? Oh, right, you don't.
I was gonna say you actually know this now.
Sorry, I have to change that in my mind. You've been rich for so long.
I'm a bar owner now. So, but also I have 519 gold.
So she's more in debt than ever.
I was thinking earlier, I was like, my story's resolved. Why is she still going? And it's like, so she could be strong enough that nobody's gonna fuck with her at her bar. We need money for more backing. Period.
You also have a quest marker for your dad. Just saying.
Not interested. She's not.
A lot of missing dads in this campaign, I've noticed.
Listen, they're not
Everybody doing
missing, they
okay?
just haven't turned up, and I do not think asking me about it is appropriate, because, you know, a lot of allegations get thrown around, and people disappear in alleys. That happens. What are we talking about?
Say more about that.
I would prefer we not talk about dads right now. There's gotta be better topics.
Let's talk about how poor we are.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yes, I only
I have
have
not a-
512 gold at the moment.
Only?
519.
412.
I've
Who
got...
plays it?
A rock.
I've
Oh,
got
God.
221 gold.
Fuck, am I the poorest one here? God damn it.
Why, how much do you have?
182.
Oh dear, are you okay? You're looking rather threadbare.
No, I'm fine.
Everybody give a gold to Azon.
You know, it's very important that you invest
Wait, how much gold does
responsibly and
Bora have?
save.
Oh, they just gave me a stipend for the mission, and she holds up like a really tiny little there's like, I don't know, maybe 60.
Ha, I'm not the poorest one here. Got you.
And Boris
Lefty,
like, oh,
how
this
much is in your
platinum.
401k?
Up to him on like a little.
He's got the
He
green
goes out his
visor.
phone and he's
Yeah.
like, he shows his stock portfolio and like,
I
oh.
was gonna say his portfolio is great.
To the moon. What was I gonna say? But Azov has his rods, so you know, that's why.
I do.
You guys keep your gold. I'm gonna go play with my rods. Not a euphemism.
Sure.
It's true. I have expensive tastes, but also I have a gambling problem. In that's the best way I make money is by gambling.
Oh, you
So-
want to bet?
Bora starts leaning in, like, should
Take
we
those
play
odds.
more of that card game that we played on the way here?
Uno.
By chance, a fighter's pit or something that I could go and get some money that way at this Shadow Moon place?
Ooh, yes, that sounds fun.
Well, the main fighter's pit is in the capital, but there's something of a, I suppose you could say, amateur or qualifiers league.
I was gonna say, we don't need main. Underground, like, dirty, like, no rules, that's kind of my game.
It's easier to fix that way, too.
Well, if you want
We don't need
underground,
to fix nothing.
if you want underground, they definitely have it. Although, my understanding, let me check the calendar. / Tony didn't prepare anything for that. Given they usually don't do anything for the last week of the month, he says, looking at the calendar because he forgot to prep anything like that.
How inconvenient.
What's everything the light touches? What's that over there? Don't ask. That's the DM didn't prepare that.
So the Fighters Club is off this week.
Just until the start of the new month. 3 weeks on, 1 week off. I know it's a weird schedule. Blame the
Well, it's
owner.
helped. This ringworm, I suppose, gives the area time to be sanitized and air out.
Oh, it does get very disgusting down there.
Freezing?
Okay then, what do we think we're gonna do when we get there?
There's also this mercenary person that our turtle friend recommended to us.
Yeah.
Another hired hand.
Is that what we want to do first?
I
I'm-
personally go for.
I'm new to your group, so I'll do whatever you guys want.
Yeah. Do you guys want a quick rundown of your? I don't want to say quest markers, but do you
No,
want?
I was
quick-
just looking
quick
at
refresher?
it. Yeah, it's literally the painter, the person she mentioned, and getting some of that metal.
And Henry's dad, also one of them.
Really pushing the Henry stat.
I'm just saying that's also there, and I did prep for that.
What's up with you and dads, Tony?
Don't get me
Can't
started.
get enough dad?
Anyways, yeah, that's your list.
I mean, I could probably pick up my rock thing that I need whenever, unless we're like right there, in which case we should just grab it.
I think we could start there. I mean, if it has the potential to help get you stronger, I mean, get it knocked out.
I won't say
I
no.
was saying that you haven't really been pulling your weight when it comes to damage. There's a stronger gun that you could get. Maybe that would help.
Listen,
We
I
wanna
just need more
shove him
gun.
out the- Do we need to shove him out the airlock? Do we need to do this for you? Actually, he'd be fine.
You just need to breathe.
Joke's on you, that's where I used to live.
What are you gonna send me home?
Don't do that.
Oh,
No, but actually, no.
oh man.
I mean, but after that,
I say
should
we go after
probably-
the painting. Find out how much it's worth and
I
seems
agree.
valuable.
I agree.
I would like to put out though that even if you wish to save the caves for later, docking and hiding the submarine near the shore would still be wise.
Yes,
I mean,
I
yeah,
suppose.
but I don't want to flaunt this thing around if I can help it.
No.
Definitely.
No, we
Oh,
would
we
be able.
probably also need to have somebody guarding it, huh?
Well, we have a disguise crystal, correct?
You have
Or
invisibility.
So I think it'd probably be best is if
You have
how long
invisibility.
does that last?
I would say. Well, you were given a few. You were given kind of a few of each to ensure safe travel. So I would say, honestly, you got a week's worth of invisibility. Not in one go. They would probably last, let's say, 2 days at a time. Well, okay, so you got 8 days. You got 8 days at 2-day intervals. How's that sound?
Plenty of time. We'll park it off the coast somewhere, maybe near a small inlet, and throw up a flag or something to note where it is and make it invisible.
Alrighty then.
I've seen a movie like this where somebody stumbles upon some freaking invisible thing and they're like, what's that? But that movie doesn't exist here. It should be fine.
What if we cordon it off and put up a sign that says something like incredibly dangerous, deadly radiation, do not...
Have you met teenagers, though?
No.
Bora raises her
Oh.
hand. Have you met my kind?
No.
Generally speaking, if it says don't, there's going to be a subgroup of people that it says, yeah, I'm gonna.
But there's a sign.
Subgroup. I see what you did there.
Nona, how would you feel about staying behind and just keeping an eye on things from the inside?
Oh gosh, like, you mean I don't have to go into like the dark, creepy city, and I can just like stay in here and just like read the writings of Lathander all day and just kind of chill out and drink my milk and eat my cheese?
All right, nerd,
Well-
yes.
That sounds amazing. Shut up.
That
If
sounds-
you're willing,
Wait,
to
wait.
put up with all that boredom, then yeah.
Oh, it's not boring for
I'm
me.
sorry.
It's wonderful.
Well, hold on. There's something very important that we've just glossed over. You brought milk and cheese onto a closed sub. Is that the smell we've been smelling?
I thought it was Lefty. Thank God. That would have been so embarrassing.
I have been using the microwave to heat up fish. I don't know if anyone noticed.
There's a
Oh, he
microwave.
Noticed.
I built it.
This is some real advanced tech.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah, I don't mind staying behind, but how long? When should I expect you all back? Like, when is it time to head out? You know what I mean? Like, if I don't see you for a while, what's the
Something
you?
that can
We'll be
Oh.
back.
The
Like a
plan
day.
is not to leave us behind.
Yeah, generally speaking. Yeah.
Oh, but hey, listen, I know they're kind of for you guys, but you still have those sending stones, right? You could just leave one with me.
Not a chance. Listen, we want you to be like that dog at the sad episode of Futurama, okay? You don't
Oh
fuck.
no!
Seymour?
Oh no!
I will say more if you move to us.
Yeah, I don't mind just doing my studies and lounging about. Maybe if I study more of this Uno game, I'll actually win a round.
I will leave you the cards then.
Thank you.
In the,
Don't have to blow up
in, like,
anything while we're gone. If you want to, wait until we get back. We'll be more than happy to watch it get blown up.
Yeah, you got it.
Laura, you'll be coming with us as well.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, we're not letting her stay on this ship.
Even though she's anime pal now, Nona will offer if somebody wants to take her potion of healing.
I have 3 if anybody wants to take it.
I also
I'm
have
fine with
3.
her keeping it.
And I will say, let me just check something here. 5e. Up to 3. Okay. Oh, also, if anybody wants like a little health boost before you leave the sub, I could do that too. But I can only help 3 of you.
Are we gonna need that, or we're just going into town, right? We should be fine.
Well,
I mean,
we're going to a dark, sketchy town, so
Hey, you never know, right?
It's normal.
I almost died. I'll take one.
Rochambeau for it.
Oh, no one's kicking me anywhere. No.
Bora's gonna say she doesn't need it. So
I'll
that way-
take it. I got 37 blood, and I almost die all the time.
All right. So as I'll roll 089, who wants the other one?
I'll take it.
Okay. She will cast Aid, and she'll cast Aid at a 3rd level, and so the 3 of you get 10 HP.
47 blood. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Sorry, how much are you saying? 10?
10. Yeah, she's gonna cast 3rd level. All right. So everybody's going to emerge. Where am I at? Everybody's going to emerge on the shore. You can ignore there aren't actually people there, or there's poles. I can't actually tell, but either way, that's not there. But
Hey,
you
there's
will.
a nautiloid laying down here. What the hell?
So yeah, Nona will stay behind. She'll slot in the invisibility crystal, and you all can start making your way to town.
I will disrupt the sand behind us so it doesn't look like footprints are just coming out of nowhere.
Cool. Anyone said you wanna draw your best representation of the silence icon or the invisibility icon on the sub there?
Sure.
While I need to measure something out
Oh
real
my
quick.
god, does
So.
this work on here? It doesn't.
What happened?
I was trying to use my stylus on my screen because it's a touchpad.
That would have been cool.
That is.
Let's try again.
The amount of
All right.
doodles you would make.
All right. I'm just. I'm gonna measure out just your walk real quick. Okay.
I'm gonna grab a soda.
So it's 25 miles a day is general traveling pace, right? I'm not making that up.
25 miles a day, yep.
Okay. So, and that's assuming what, 12 hours of walking, give or take.
I guess so.
Okay. So it's going to take maybe about 90 minutes to go up from to head into town.
I was gonna say, how far away did we park away from town?
It's not a port city.
Oh,
But so it's you're roughly 4 or 5 miles from town.
they should fix that.
I didn't even think about it, and then I didn't make it a port town. But you're still gonna get there at like, before you're gonna get there like mid morning. So as you're walking along, you do start to see the city on the horizon. We'll give you a little. This is what it would look like if it were night.
Nice and gloomy.
This place is a shithole.
Oh, just
But as you are approaching the outskirts of town, Bora's gonna just like get a look on her face. Just, well, this is new, because as you're approaching, there's actually a small encampment on the outskirts of town. Looks to be about medium-sized, several tents. You don't. Well, I'll let you roll for things like that if you want to, but you are approaching a. Give me one moment here. Layer. Okay. Yeah, you are approaching. There's a small encampment on the outskirts of town that Bora said is new. She's not expecting that to be here, but for some reason, there's a camp here on the edge of town.
Oh yeah, let's go to the camp. I'm not big on the city anyway. I like being more connected to nature and all.
Really?
Or you said this doesn't, you don't recognize this. Are you very familiar with this area?
Well, I grew up in the city, but whoever this is must be some sort of roaming group, because there's no tent village outside of the city, you know? We have outskirts, but there's still homes. This is different. This must be some sort of traveling group or something like that.
Are there any banners, icons, flags, logos?
Roll me some perception.
Can I help?
Looks just to be in a band of unorganized. Don't even have a logo.
Huh.
Remind me, we should have a logo.
Anyone else want to roll for their perception kind of thing? 17's really great on 8-9 there.
I don't think my perception is too strong. I just have a plus
Yeah,
3, but I'll go for it.
Perception? Yeah, he's proficient in it. He'll give it a shot.
Ooh, okay, Doc. Actually, this is perfect with the way
It's
this is.
dark.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, maybe it is still like the sun isn't fully up yet, and that's why it looks like this. As of Henrietta, not too much you're gonna notice there. 8-9 and Rolo, you're going to, and I'm giving you something different, Andrew. That's why I'll start with them.
Okay.
So 8-9 and Rolo, you do see a symbol, and the symbol, it's very crudely drawn, but it's these two hands and a red cord, and I will say that is the symbol for Ilmater, the very important broken god in the lore of this world. But it's very crudely drawn, like it does not look like very well done, and it's almost like a little bloodier than usual, if that makes sense. Like it looks off from what it should be.
It's a little more medium rare than well done. I get it.
And the doctor, this is great that you rolled this way, because it makes sense that you would notice this. The individuals at this camp, something seems a little different about them too. Doc, you notice everyone at this camp seems to be like there's like limb differences happening here. There's like an old woman who is missing a hand. There's a gnome with one missing eye, one missing ear. There's a guy hobbling around with one missing foot. Everybody at this camp seems to be injured in that way, in some way,
Do I
to
recognize-
varying degrees.
Do I
I'd like to
recognize
roll
any of
for
them?
Colt. Why
Does
would
Lefty have any of their pieces?
With your 20, no, it's not like that. We're not Inoa-guying this, but the
Of
doctor
course not.
definitely
Why
picks up on
wouldn't they?
this.
Is it a cult though?
No one rolled religion.
I'm gonna roll religion for
I'm not
see
gonna roll
cult.
religion.
Pretty sure there's some cult shit going on. Where did my religion go?
If only we had some smart boys in the party.
Oh.
Okay, fine. I'll
Henry-
roll religion.
Henry is first in line. She's gonna get a what's the reading that that the Scientologists do?
Rolo is going
Andrew,
to say, hang on, guys. I'm going all in on this. I'm going to make myself a bit vulnerable for a second. And he is going to deactivate his big gauntlet, and when he does that, his armor like instantly dawns off and like just kind of falls over, and then he takes off the gauntlet, and you see that he's only got one arm. He's gonna gather up his stuff and kind of pack it in and be like, all right, I'm gonna be one of them for a bit. We'll see how it works kind of getting an in with these people, you know?
Do you want us to hang back?
I don't know. I didn't think that far. I'm not used to being a team player. I'm just gonna go for it, and you guys can come, or if you want to hang back, you can hang back.
Don't worry, Andrew. I see that 25. I'm gonna acknowledge it in a second here. Because it's a great roll. Rolo, as you're saying this and you're showing them your arm, one of the individuals from the camp is going to walk over to you. Although this individual, you don't notice, with your really great observation there, Doc, you don't notice anything visibly off about that. Like the others, it was very clear they were missing parts. This one who's walking over right now, you don't see anything immediately visible in the same way. But there is an individual that is going to make his way over to the party now, and spotting Rolo there, just like, oh, very interesting. Have you heard of our ways before, young man?
Oh, who hasn't? I mean, it's one of the biggest gods around. You know, you can find them everywhere. There's a little bit over here, a little bit over there. So yeah, of course I heard of him, and I find a good kindred spirit with all you fine folk.
With his 25, the doctor can like kind of whisper and fill you in a little bit. This group, the doctor would be. This makes sense that he would be familiar with this because it's like parallel. It's almost parallel thinking to the doctor, or maybe like kind of a weird mirror to him. This group is known as the Broken, and they are followers of Ilmater, but they are definitely off. And they believe that the best way to follow Ilmater is to try to mimic what happened to him in his shattered body. Right. And they think by like yakuzaing like off pieces of their body, that is how they can be closer to Ilmater.
They're idiots. They're fools. I can assist with these procedures to make sure you are following Ilmater to the letter. Anything to get you closer to your god, yes. If you know what I mean.
Well, then it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. You may call me... Where is it? You may call me Father Validus.
Father Validus.
And who might you all be?
Is Father Validus missing any limbs that we can see?
Not that you can visibly see.
Is his missing piece phallicus?
No, but it is not. Well,
only one way to find out.
Check the DM.
I mean, if you would like to roll a perception, if you know what this cult is about, so if you want to roll some perception to try to guess what his could be, you can.
I ain't looking for his dick.
You are or you are not?
He's. I ain't.
Why not 8-9?
You know what? Bora will
just checks too good.
I'll see it, and then I'll be scarred for life.
Bora will just lean in real quick and just not even like play around, just like, hey, if you're supposed to be a leader around here and all these people are missing parts, why aren't you? And he's just, oh, mine is just not quite as visible. You see the robe I wear? Well, it's underneath the robe, and he kind of motions around like his like chest and gut, and it's just like, there are things that not many wish to see, but were part of our sacrifices.
Yeah, I definitely don't wish to see it.
We know there's a penis sword somewhere. He's mimicking dude getting his penis ripped off.
Either that or his insides were ripped out or something. Oh my god, is he a zombie? Is he giving zombie vibes? He's not, right? He's just normal. He's just chill.
You
Fine.
left your cleric on the sub, so who knows?
As a trained physician,
Mhm.
do I smell any like necrosis or any smell of like untended wounds or anything?
I would like you to roll me specifically medicine on this one.
Gangrene. Medicine check. Oh no. Too bad I'm not good at those.
You notice a distinct smell of like, I guess it would be kind of like a rubbing alcohol, like something you would use to clean and dress a wound. That is the strongest smell that you're picking up on, coming from him,
Phew.
and it is coming from like his like gut and chest region.
Maybe he was
I-
merchant of Venice and they just like cut off a pound of flesh.
I think I'd also like to do a medicine just to see, given that he also is missing part of a limb, if he can kind of compare and see how fresh these injuries look.
Sure. For the individuals that you see going about camp, I would say the freshest one is still looks to be a few weeks old. Nothing just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it's still kind of fresh. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah. Was anyone else giving their names to this guy when he asked for
Going to turn.
when he introduced himself?
Are we giving real names or what?
I don't know.
I will say Bora already said her name.
Well, that's her problem.
Yeah, I'm just so you know, she already said hers.
I am Professor Jenkins. Professor John Jacob Jingleheimer Jenkins.
You hear somewhere from the camp. His name's my name too.
Uh-oh.
Francesca.
If we-
My name's Jasander.
7.
My name? You want to know my name?
Oh no. Well, yes, of course, my watery friend. I gave you mine.
Well,
I'm
is
happy
this-
to give it! My name! I am known as the champion of the deep, master of both land and sea, the Sanwagan Slayer, the Matron Bane, Water Dragon Destroyer, leader of the B Team, the Kobold Crusader, Azov!
Super
Now
Soaker.
the
Pause. I was 900% sure you were going to say, "My name's Jeff." Continue.
I don't wish to be rude, but I'm afraid I'm only going to remember the first part of that, Azov. But regardless, welcome.
Oh, I have a card.
Oh, why, thank you. I do not.
And you can see it has all of his titles, but they're all like written in, and they're like, you know, when you run out of room, so you like really squeeze
Around
the
the
letters.
side.
It's like flip two back, and there's like, oh, there's more.
Excellent. I don't have a card, but I do have this, and he'll actually reach into that little like pocketbook looking thing on his robe and go for a. He'll try to hand you like a little leaflet.
It's not made out of flesh or anything, is it?
No, why would we do that?
Yeah, why would we
would you
do
do-
that?
And it's like, so you're looking to chop off your hand.
It is a. It is
What are the
definitely like.
benefits of
It's
chopping
definitely
off
like
your
that level of yeah. Very well. And he'll as he's speaking, you're going to see another figure cross behind him. And this figure is going to walk by. And actually, before you see that, you're going to start hearing the ringing of a bell, a little handbell. And as it gets
Oh, no,
closer,
we're leaving.
another individual is going to just kind of cross behind him.
We're leaving. We have to go now.
Walking and slowly ringing this bell, just ting.
The heck is this triangle head face?
I'm to just like hang out
I like
behind
him.
8-9.
I like the
I'm
cut
just
of his jib.
moving behind 8-9.
Validus looks back and then looks forward. Oh, it seems that how I wrote this down too. It seems Father Cassis is rounding everybody up for our morning mass. Would you all like to join us? Father Dictus will give a speech soon.
Sounds great.
No.
To be fair, I've already got a missing limb. I don't gotta chop off another, right? Like the first one was already a pretty big ordeal.
Oh, we have folks here. We have folks here who are yet to take their first steps toward ilmaterdom.
I
It's
understand.
okay.
I understand. Just I'm not one of them, is what I'm trying to say.
It's all right.
Do you
You
need a
are
deaf
all-
surgeon to assist? Because I would be to assist my services, to lend them, rather.
Did you nat 20 on that 8-9?
He did.
What do you?
I was just doing it as a joke because I was like, if I get a high roll, this is the moment that 8-9's like, oh, this is a fucking cult.
I mean, yeah, 1,000%. Yeah, it is. Like, I don't know I don't have anything to add on top of that. I think it's pretty clear. Yeah.
Oh,
What gave it away?
absolutely
The
not.
fact they're ousted from town. They live in tents.
You were like, everybody's missing a limb. I was like, it's either like some weird leprosy problem or it's a fucking cult.
Listen,
because that's
I-
the life we live in.
I've seen a lot of fucking poor people in my life. This doesn't phase me one bit.
That's true. That's true. But there's always
You
room for
guys-
cults.
You guys act like you've never met a cultist before. What's the big deal?
I mean, generally they're pretty terrible.
Why do you think they're in a cult? I mean, it's just religious people.
Oh no, they're definitely in a fucking
no.
cult.
Well, no, they're like, really into it. But there's a lot of people who are like really into it.
No, I mean,
Imagine
like,
if a
I
religion
think they
made you
take
cut off
off.
a piece of you.
Hey, Rolo.
Yeah, I can imagine it. I'm looking at it right now.
Hey, Rolo. It's a fucking cult, bud.
What's the difference between a cult and a religion?
Well,
Good question.
you know,
Time.
thin line. But we
Time.
can talk about that later.
It's a very thin line.
I don't want to attend the chop off ceremony.
Come on, we're traveling. We need to learn the local customs.
Francesca,
See what's going on?
No,
He's
I
the
agree.
first dude in a horror movie. to get
Francesca,
murdered.
I think it's a good idea that maybe you sit this one out and peruse the empty domiciles, perhaps, while
Yeah, word.
attend.
Yeah, you get a ton of gold here.
It's so
What's
much
like the
gold.
dirt?
Yeah, I'll hang back.
As I was gonna start walking towards the, it's like, so this
The tent.
ritual, is there any other rituals of the flesh, or just the chopping off kind?
Oh, well, this is just our morning address. If one wishes to donate toward Almater, that's a separate ceremony. It's members only.
No.
Fine.
I was
But
like,
if you
guys,
s-
I feel like
You
I
wel-
already paid the entry fee, so I want to see what it's all about.
We welcome anyone who just wishes to sit and hear our message.
You gonna incite that bullshit?
All right. Also, worth pointing out, the one who walked by ringing the bell made no verbal noises whatsoever.
More importantly, he's got any missing limbs that we can see? If not, I'm gonna assume that he's missing his dick.
The one
Also,
ringing,
what
the
does
one
he
ringing the
say?
bell.
Yeah.
None that you can see, but his from below his eyes is covered.
Mhm.
What does he smell like?
Eunuchs, all of them eunuchs.
Welcome to our cult.
Welcome to Duloc. That's what I heard.
What are you inciting, Artem?
Stranger danger.
Based on what he said, like you're free to just watch and then that's it.
Yeah.
You're definitely creeped out, but that seemed like a genuine statement.
Okay, so they will just let us leave. This isn't a, but now you have to stay moment.
No, it is not that. It's
Okay.
it's not Hotel California.
All right, well, I mean, if you guys want to watch the creepy thing, sure, I guess. I do have my
I don't know
gun.
everything. I'm good.
Well, now that I know there's no surgery, I'm actually pretty less enthused. Thing.
I'm good with
Gratefully
safe.
so, I feel.
If it gives us any insight onto this part of the world, it could be helpful.
So, safe to say, Rolo, Azov 8-9, go into the meeting, and the doctor and Henry checking out the tents in the meantime? Is that fair?
We would never. Yes.
No.
Exactly what we're doing. Precisely.
Okay, so we'll start with the group heading to the tent. As you walk, Validus there is going to open it, and you can have your seats. And it takes a few moments for everybody to gather in. And there's roughly there's somewhere between like 30 to 40 folks actually in this encampment who come in and have a seat. And after a moment, the one who rang the bell will walk forward to like the front row, and as he does, other people just kind of like stand up as he walks by, and he will like go and he'll like give like a small wave, and when he waves, you hear everybody in the audience just say, "Father Cassis, the Stinger," and then he takes his seat. And then as the guy who you met also walks forward, gives the same wave, and everybody says, "Father Validus, the Seeker," and he takes his seat. And then somebody from the audience actually will stand up and start walking toward the front, and it's this really like kind of really weak, decrepit looking individual, and he's gonna walk toward the front and get down on his knees and then like remove like kind of like a garment. He's still dressed, but he kind of removes like something from his back. And then from the other side of the tent from where you entered, one last individual is going to enter. And he's going to walk forward and like place a podium on top of the one who came forward and kneeled down. And he's also
spikes.
Basically, it like latches onto the guy's back. And he also gives a wave, and then everybody in the audience says, "Father Dictus, the Speaker." And then at that point, everyone has a seat, and you all probably have that brief moment of like, "Oh, this is when we sit."
I want to listen to Father Dickless.
It's Dictus, like speak. Anyways,
it's more like Dickless, like you don't got one. Oh.
And he will just start giving a speech. And it's to the effect of like, to be close to Ilmater is to be the same as him. There is no greater path toward Ilmaterdom than giving a piece of oneself as he gave all of himself to our cause. And he'll go on, it goes on like that, and it's just like not, it's blah, 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 blah. We like Ilmater, we're crazy kind of speech. While that is happening, we will cut to Henry and the doctor investigating the tents.
Is everybody part of like their congregation? Did everybody go there?
Yes.
They just left us out
very,
here unattended.
It was very like Resident Evil 4 village fight where the bell rings and everybody just
everybody goes.
Uh-huh.
All right. So like, let's be mindful of tossing anything. Let's just be respectful, but get a good look to see if they're like maybe murderers or something. I don't know.
I mean, technically, everyone in our group is murderers.
I mean, if you want to get technical about it, but we're not creepy murderers. Most of us are not creepy murderers.
Right. Absolutely.
Because that Rolo guy, huh?
That Rolo guy. Seriously. I'm not the new guy anymore.
You're not. How's
It's
that
wild.
feel? Gotta be crazy.
Feels good. It feels good, you know? I was getting comfortable with my role, but it really does feel good.
Now you could, like, I was gonna say haze, but I don't know what that involves with you, so we're not gonna introduce that. Let's go check out the tent.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Investigation roll.
Yeah. And like, what sort of things are you looking in it for in particular as you investigate? Or are you just kind of like, what are we gonna find?
I have a mild to moderate curiosity involving like if they have ever planned or tried to like force this lifestyle upon anybody.
Okay.
Like if they're just doing this themselves, or if they're buddy, or if they're actually a little bit more nefarious.
Oh,
Okay.
comes Crash.
I'm gonna say the doctor gets so distracted because as you're looking around, you find like the stash
The stash.
of
The limb stash.
Yep.
Oh, I was fucking around. You found the limb stash, Doctor.
So, but it's funny because then that one just makes him super distracted by the limb stash.
Yes.
So you're distracted. Meanwhile, Henry, you're poking around. I'm gonna say you're gonna find two main things.
Shit.
One, you're gonna find you're actually gonna find like a little someone's diary,
Okay.
and it just it has a lot of entries about like left home seeking purpose, whatever, like find something, I want to do something greater with my life. As the entries go forward and forward, one that will stick out to you, it's from maybe like 2 or 3 weeks prior. It is actually writing about like what his name is, like, oh, I wish Sabi would have stayed around. He was real cool. I've never met someone with a backwards hand like that, but I understand why he wouldn't want to lose it. And people are always free to go anyway, so I guess our meetings weren't really for him.
All right, so there's another Rakshasa or somebody unfortunately deformed. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you find that. And I will say you also find there's maybe like a calendar type thing in someone's tent, and you can tell it's the tent that belongs to like one of the important folk. Actually, you can tell it's the tent that belongs to this one.
Oh shit. Is there like a body under the bed?
There are no bodies, but they're definitely like blades and tools for removal of various things. But there's also a calendar, and you'll see some tick marks in it because there's like a circled date where it says like it says blade taken, and then but since then there's been X's.
Fucking Athame got taken. Fucking A. Okay.
And I'll say those are the main things that are found.
Did you find anything?
No. Sorry. Yes. It's not for the Tame of Heart, though. Tame of Heart? It's a.
Is everything okay?
What? Oh, well. It's a box of body parts. I mean, it's a box of body parts. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh dear. Yes.
Unfortunate.
Yes. I mean, we saw it coming, though, didn't we?
I mean, we did.
We had to assume.
I didn't anticipate them keeping them though.
Odd that they would keep it. You know who does?
No, nobody did. Some people do that. It's okay. I know.
Listen, I have a bag of
I've
body
seen
parts.
that.
Okay, I carry it. I know. Yes. My work, my grim work that I do. People don't like to see the sausage get made, but when you slap a weenie on a bun, they say, "Oh boy, yes sirree Bob." And I think perspective is important. I'm just the kielbasa guy,
I'm not gonna judge you here. I'm not gonna judge you in this atmosphere. There's no way. Oh my god, is there any dicks in that box?
I would like to rummage.
Roll for dicks.
We're gonna do an odds evens. Roll me a D4.
Odd indeed.
There is at least a dick in that.
It's a dick in a box.
Now we know somebody here is missing a dick. I don't know what to tell Rolo about that.
You know what? Our little secret. He doesn't get to know.
He the dick just shut up.
He's the new guy. This is how we haze him.
I support this, actually. I am going to leave you to do what you want with this box, and I'm going to leave the tent and let you do what you wish with it, whether you keep the parts or not. It's up to you. I don't want to know. See you later.
I should have given, you know what, Andrew, I should have given you just an entire box of dicks just to, then you do what your subclass does.
I absolutely leave him to do what he wants with those body parts.
He takes a moment just looking around at awful cuts. Seriously. Barely trained. Part of the
Alright.
group.
All right, so moving back over to the group in the tent meeting, as it's starting to wrap up, there was like the equivalent of like an altar call where Father Dixis is just going to ask, and is there anybody today who wishes to move closer toward Ilmaterdom? Going once, going twice. Very well.
Explain what that entails.
What'd that do?
Oh, we have a new face with us today. Please stand up and introduce yourself.
Hello. I am Rolo, Jacinda Rolo. It's good to see you all.
I just realized what your name is.
I really just appreciate being amongst folks who have been through similar ordeals. I feel a sense of community. I just want to say that whether or not I go through with this, I hope we can all remain friends. And I want to learn more.
We are always happy to spread the good word of Ilmater. Do you wish to offer some of yourself as he offered all of himself for us?
Yeah, I feel like I've already done that part. I don't really want to...
Matching.
Even it out? No?
This is not a decision to be taken lightly, young Rolo. Take time to ponder over it. Yes?
If the whole thing is like to be able to feel what he felt, I feel like I felt it pretty darn good when it happened.
Well, if membership and communication is what you seek, you're certainly welcome to join our mailing list.
I don't have a permanent address. It's not really going to work for me. What do I get if I go a step further?
Well, we take care of each other here. We make sure folks are fed and protected. It's a dangerous world out there, and we all walk in Ilmater's broken path together. Community and security. That's what we offer.
So, like, if I'm in trouble at some point, y'all come and back me up?
Well,
Or, like, is Ilmater himself gonna, like, give me some kind of boon? Like, is this like a... Because I've already connected with the Storm King. He's kind of my god of choice, but,
I see. Well, we believe that the sacrifices we make now will mean much in the next life. But if your question is about enforcement, we do have some rather rough and tumble individuals here, in Homotion in particular to the two other fathers that are sitting in the front row.
Can I do a basic investigation to be like, just looking around everywhere, trying to put pieces together, like, are these guys looking well off? Because I don't think he's getting the sense that people are looking well off. Like, can these guys really help me at all?
Roll. You can roll for that, for sure. They're not going to be able to do too much for you. Like, the two other, like, these two guys here look like they could probably rough some people up if it came down to it, like, for, different tactical reasons, maybe.
And it doesn't really seem like Ilmater's helping these people either, right?
Too much.
You know what? I think I'm gonna pass, but thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Well, we thank you all for coming by. Oh, and one last announcement, everybody. Please do not forget, we are still looking for Father Cassis's missing blades, and I am still missing my fourth parchment that disappeared from my tent. So please, if it turns up, or if anybody wishes to come forward again, we just want to find what has gone missing. That will do it for today's address. Thank you for your help, Ginu. And he'll like detach the podium from off his back. And please, everyone, enjoy lunch. And he'll walk back through the other end of the tent.
I bet Father's trying to find what was missing.
His dick.
Well, that was boring. Wasn't an orgy or anything.
Oh, and don't forget the orgies at 5.
Oh,
Don't.
we'll probably have to go by then. But that was
Listen,
educational.
I've gone all around the world seeing all sorts of pretty culty barbarians, if I do say so myself. And that one was more pathetic than anything else. I'm not impressed by them. Unfortunately, I don't think they have anything to offer us here.
Rolo, we haven't gotten a chance to talk too much, but I feel like I need to tell you something.
Yeah?
even though technically you've joined our group after the doctor, something about you resonates more with me. And in a way, I feel like you've been with us longer than he has. So in a
Is it
weird,
because he likes to put dead people together?
it definitely doesn't help. It doesn't help with the transition process.
Mhm.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is, if there was a new guy, it wouldn't be you.
Oh. Well, thanks. I guess that's a way of saying you welcome me into the group. So cool. And he's gonna snap his gauntlet back on, and then suddenly all of his armor is just magically gonna come back onto him. Well, that makes me feel mighty good. Thank you.
Speaking of the arm, I heard a rumor
Oh, yeah?
about how you lost it.
What'd you hear?
It was in a battle against your stepfather. Is that true?
You're the person who's gotten the closest so far, yeah. It was him.
I don't mean to intrude. Just felt like we were having a moment there.
No, it's, yeah. It wasn't so much a battle as it was, he really wanted me to be a big, strong barbarian, you know, like kind of toughen me up and whatnot. My biological father was human and all, and more of a scholar than anything else. He wasn't big into that life or whatever, but in any case, my mom ended up hooking up with somebody who, you know, those kind of masculine traits were definitely more of a value, and he pushed me really hard and sparred and trained me from a pretty young age, and I got something out of it, but I also lost something I never really got back, you know? My arm.
Your arm.
Yeah.
We say that at the same time. It's the arm, right?
That's the main thing that I really can't get back, but also I feel like I lost my innocence that day too, you know, because he didn't seem to give two shits when I accidentally cut my arm off with that axe. I think it might have hurt more on the inside than it did on the outside, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. I mean, if this whole thing was to make you stronger, I feel like cutting off one of your arms kind of goes in the other direction of that.
Yeah. It's like he was just being, you know, recklessly attacking, you know? It's like he didn't even care.
Mm. Where is he now?
He's up north on the mountain. I haven't seen him in years. Something's kind of been holding me back from going. I could probably take him at this point. I'd love to take him, but I don't know. Something's been blocking me. Something's holding me back from going back there.
Well, we have a saying where I come from, where if there's a place you feel you should go but you really don't want to go, you say fuck it and don't go.
Yeah.
Just keep going ahead.
I like that. That sounds good.
Yeah,
I think we're going to be good
anyways.
friends.
Me too.
I look forward to getting back on the battlefield with you. I haven't seen you much yet, but I appreciate watching your technique. I'm always trying to learn more about fighting from other people's techniques. In particular, I've really been learning from most of the, the various barbarian tribes, but I've even explored a little into the rune carver, things like that. So I really try to get out there and learn new things all the time. Looking forward to seeing what I can learn from you. You seem quite a capable fighter yourself.
Oh, I do okay. I don't like to brag.
I'm sure.
Well, should we find the others and blow this popsicle stand?
Yeah, let's do it. This place is depressing.
The guy who spoke to you initially is gonna see you on your way out of the tent. Just thank you all for coming. Shame we weren't able to connect further this time, but we will be here for a while if you wish to come back. We have not yet chosen our next mission field, so to speak. So,
what do you mean
we're
by
always
mission
welcome
field?
back. Oh, we travel about and seek new members.
Oh, okay. We don't have to give you 10% of our gold or anything, right?
That's not the tax that we pay as members, no.
Okay.
Pound of flesh.
Oh.
Well, a pound is quite a lot. I would know.
A pound ain't that much. I've lost more than that.
Got merchant of Venice.
Well, you should all find your other friends and...
Oh, hey, you guys go and you travel around while you're doing your little mission work, right?
Yes.
You come across any, kind of zealot-type barbarians that follow along your faith?
Well, we did actually have a member for some time, although at a point she decided to leave us to participate in the fighting pits in the capital city, which of course here refers to the place you're going, not the one you guys are from. Yes, we used to have one. You could make contact with her, I suppose, if you were to go there.
Alright, well, might need to circle back on that. I hear that there's some fighting going on around here, but not today.
No, apparently the fighting league in town shuts down for the last week of the month, so I've been told. The one in the capital runs at all times.
Alrighty then.
But if you find yourself over there, you could ask for... Random name generator. That is not an orc name. Get out of here. This one just says Kim the Cold. No,
Ooh,
that's...
I like Kim. I like
Yeah.
Kim the orc.
Kim the Cold.
That's a rapper. That's not an orc.
Kim the Cold sounds more like
both.
Goliath
Oh, yeah.
or something else.
Wait, okay, hold on. There's also... hold on. I think maybe the random name thing's breaking down a little bit because this other one is named Dude Chin Conqueror.
Dude
I like
Chin
Kim.
Conqueror.
Likes chins.
I haven't
What
seen him in
name
years.
generator are you on?
The one I always use is fantasynamegenerator.com.
Something's up with yours. Something's up with yours.
But if you, no, you know what? I've had a name on the brain for a while. Now I'll just throw it in. I had it randomly on my Word doc. Yes, if you want to go to the capital and seek out Bavmorda in the fighting pits, then she will be there.
Nice.
And if anybody's seen Willow, I've had that name on the brain since then, and that's also where I got the idea to keep putting people in cages for you guys to decide whether or not to free. It's from that movie.
It's random cages.
Yeah.
Mad Morgan.
Right, exactly.
Hey, 9, you have your sending stone.
I do.
You want to give him a ring, say that we're ready to go.
All right. He pulls it out. Beep boop. I don't know how to use it. It's a rock.
I got a rock.
I think he actually said beep boop out loud.
That's two.
That's 2 words.
We're coming back.
Who did you send it to?
It only goes between us, right?
So the way it works is you can send any other person once a day and they get to respond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So whoever's
Excellent. We'll meet you out front. This is Dalton. She let me have it. Use it. Sorry. Use.
Nice.
and we left one behind with the cleric, is that correct?
that's
yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Azov left
Oh, wait.
his behind.
Cool. All right, yeah, so you're all meeting up and now you're off to the city itself, I suppose. You'll get into the city itself around probably a little after lunchtime.
Hey, real quick, how was creepy cult time?
Pretty boring, honestly.
Pretty
Like, did they
disappointing.
get anything from you that?
Nah,
Not
not
even
even
a
any
damn
goodie
t-shirt.
bags or snacks, nothing.
So
I
they're
really
just
want to get us on
kinda
the mailing list.
Yeah.
Oh, boring. Okay.
How about you guys? You found anything good?
Not really.
No.
Did you find
Find any
elevators?
dicks?
You know,
No.
We'll never tell. I mean, no.
Like that. I think maybe they had a Rakshasa visitor once, and a blade was taken from the
when he had died.
Yeah.
Didn't say much.
Everything else was kind of really strangely normal-ish. I mean, he had a lot of knives. But context.
How many knives do you need?
I mean, maybe you have a favorite knife. Maybe you got a bigger one to cut off like a femur, or like one to
use
do
bone saw.
filleting and stuff. Yes.
Are you guys? Did you guys find gold and you're not telling us? Is that what happened?
No,
Did
were
we find
supposed
gold?
to?
We
We didn't
don't-
find any. No.
I don't think I looked for gold, actually.
We should have
Or
looked for
two.
gold, actually.
I was trying to
Where's
live
the gold?
my best
share.
true crime life, and I apologize for that, everyone.
Are you just
You're already
jealous because you're
richer than me.
poor?
Yes.
Also, no dicks. None.
Nope, not a single one.
Wow, so they all have their dicks?
Even Dickus.
Clearly
we didn't find
they
one
are
dick
not-
for sure.
Clearly they're not completely committed to Ilmater, because I'm pretty sure Ilmater lost his dick.
They absolutely found a dick.
No, we
You didn't
didn't.
find a
100% they found a dick.
Nope. We super did not find a one
Inside
You
dick.
can't lie to me.
Natural fucking
He just sees through you.
You've got the dick on you right now, don't you? You're gonna put it on that stupid fucking thing of yours.
We didn't find one dick.
Gross.
He's gonna make a dick monster. We need to kick him out right now.
That's what
No,
I've
I
been saying.
I didn't ki- What? But I'm not the new guy anymore.
He's not the new guy anymore. And
What?
he hasn't killed any of us yet. That's good. Nobody's broken up missing
Exactly.
body parts. Also great.
Henry, do you want a dick monster walking around with us? Because that's what it's
No.
gonna happen.
I don't. With so many hands too. That's
Just hands
not
and
great.
dicks. They're all flopping.
Please don't make that.
See, Rolo, this is the kind of behavior I'm talking about that, sometimes just doesn't add up to me. But you get it. I know you do.
Yeah.
How tall is Rolo?
What are they talking about?
He's about 7 feet tall. I think he's pretty similar size to 8'9".
Goddamn, I'm like 5'4", so I'm like, yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
Why is Rolo the tiny one?
Just where, just where I put him over Bo's face.
His head should be like all out of frame.
Yeah. Taller than all of us.
Oh,
Wait,
I forgot about that.
Whoa.
That makes that even better.
I thought that 8'9" was also like 7 feet tall.
oh.
I don't think he was
I
seven.
think I
What did I
remember you
write?
saying 6 something.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're normally tall.
I'm a Goliath, so
How's that?
I mean, I
Just
am.
whispering sweet nothings into 8-9's ear.
Yeah, I mean, like 8'9's tall, but he's not a Goliath.
Yeah.
I don't know, Richard. Anytime you want to redo the photo, let me know. I'll swap it in.
Yeah, for some reason, I've just every time I open up Hero Fortune, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to.
It's all good.
So,
Your face grafted onto Bo is very funny to me, though. I will say.
yep.
Mhm.
All right, so you guys are off to the city for real now. Where to first? Now that you've had your creepy cult start to the day.
The clock tower.
Best part.
There's always something at the clock tower.
Do we want to get more spooky?
Yes.
Always.
I'm trying to die to Lady Maria. Let's go to the painter.
Oh, right. The painter.
Yeah, you would definitely know the address because you spoke to the guy, you spoke to Corbin, so you know the exact place to go. Yeah, if you want to beeline for the art shop.
It takes us an hour to get there because we don't know where we are.
No, I don't know. Well, with a literal address, you'd be able to people could direct you that way.
Buy a map. Is there a guy just slinging maps?
Sure.
Is there
Here,
one
take
that
the
tumbles
map
on
that
the
just
ground?
rolls up.
Yeah.
One blows by. Yeah, you can easily find one. Just be aware, it is the night of the hunt, and you will have to fight a cleric beast on the bridge on the way there.
Cool.
Go.
Easy.
No, we don't,
Um,
because I know all the secret passages in
Yeah.
cities because of my
Yeah.
background.
That's true. I did not, by the way, I did not actually intend for Shadow Moon City to be Yarnum from Bloodborne, but as I was like gathering the art for this week, I was like,
Oh, hey, me too.
I'm like, oh, I should just make it that. Like, it should. Let me just make the picture that. Why not? You know, it already sounds dark from the name, but I did not go in actually picturing that. It was just because I needed to name something after moons on my tarot map. So, anyways, yeah, you're able to find your way to that art shop pretty quickly, and you go inside, and yeah, there's like a nice. It's a nice, like, fairly, like, spacious, high-ceiling shop, and there's a lot of paintings on the walls, etc. And there's an individual seated in, like, kind of a nice, comfy chair beside one of those walls as you enter.
God, is that the fucky Jesus picture?
No, this picture is actually a painting itself as well. I don't remember what it's called, but
I thought I saw the picture that they like tried to redetail and like refurnish.
The Jesus one, yeah,
melted.
that like Jesus retouching picture is one of the wildest. I know this looks like a weird AI thing, but this is a legit painting. Like this whole thing itself is a legit painting. So, and yeah, seated in like a comfy seat, smoking a little hookah. Near one of them is another Rakshasa. This one is dark.
Yo, look at his hands.
Yep.
Can't imagine the smoking is any good for the paintings.
I have some new potential customers.
Yes, we have a letter of recommendation.
You know.
What does that get us?
Let me take a look. And what might your names be?
What are you, a cop?
No, I'm just me. I'm the proprietor of this shop. You can call me Juma Bash.
Juma Bash.
Take a look at this.
Can I roll history for the name, just in case
Sure.
it's a famous name?
It's not.
Okay.
I mean, he's the owner of the shop, but that's it.
Got it.
If we're gonna get all like whatever, that is how I spelled it in my notes. Just because there's fun apostrophes and H's for the Rakshasa name.
Oh, spelled like it sounds. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. He like ponders the letter. I see. Well, you're all seeking one of my demi-plane paintings of your own, it would seem.
Absolutely.
Yes, and if you inform us how they work exactly, that would be also be beneficial.
Well, it's a place of refuge in case you need a break or just a change of scenery. You can enter and spend time there, be comforted by the change of pace, change of scenery, and exit when you so wish.
What are the conditions like? Like, is in this demi-plane, is the gravity the same? Is time dilation the same? Because I've seen people use some of these things for like training, and there was one in the it was like a whole year of training in like one day. He said he could have been lying.
I have to be honest with you. That sounds like something of a legend. In my case, time tends to flow the same within the painting as without. In terms of environment, that sort of thing, it would depend on the commission and what you're seeking to have painted for yourselves. Now, normally, of course, this work is pricey. It's a very special technique, known only to me. I'd be happy to offer you a discount, or we could negotiate on something else.
What does this letter of recommendation imply, guys? Is this saying like they'll do butt stuff or something for paintings? Or are they saying like they'll do some dirty jobs? Or is this like, now these guys are cool, give them a good price? Like what kind of?
I think it's probably our abundance of weapons and armor that makes them suggest to do something else, is my guess.
What was the
Well, no, I
family?
was just curious what this letter of recommendation said.
It is basic. It is kind of like, so it is like, hey, these are my friends, treat them nice. But it is also like, you can tell by the nature of this letter that if you didn't have it, this would not be a product offered to you. It's like an elite thing.
Rich people shit.
Like this also gets you in the door.
You can put it on his tab.
I'm afraid it doesn't say that in the letter. So you're...
It should have.
Kind of fortunate.
It should have. You can invoice him for the payment.
I have to be an upstanding... If there's one thing my kind is known for, it's honest business. Well, most of us are known for. It's honest business deals.
I say, because the only other person we know is a mobster.
He's been honest with me so far.
Do you know Southpaw? I hope that's not offensive to ask.
His real name is Gilar, which you would know to give that. Oh, you've met my cousin then.
Isn't that who the letter's from, or is it from somebody else?
No, it's from the guy who you found in the painting.
He wasn't
okay.
there for that session.
Actually, out of character question, wasn't the guy stuck in there for like a month and he
Yes.
only thought he was there for a couple days?
Oh no, he just lost track of time.
Oh,
He fully
okay.
lost track of time.
Because I was about to call his bullshit on the time thing, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh!
I was worried about time dilation too.
Yeah.
It
was
is-
like an hour in there.
No, it is going to be legit. If only because I don't want to have it a thing where it's like, we need a long rest, and we got it. Let's move on. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, just for sake of, like, pacing this, it's going to be better if it's just 1-to-1, you know?
Art
No,
coward.
metabolic time chamber.
No, exactly. Did
Do a-
8-9 perk up at the cousin thing that he said?
No, not really.
Or at
He's on
least
base.
you did. Okay.
I do have one question. What if you're
Yes.
inside the painting and someone outside the painting destroys said painting?
Well, you'd lose out on a fine piece of art, and you would be shunted
Oh,
from it at the last moment.
So you don't die horribly and you're not stuck for eternity.
I did extensive testing to make sure this wasn't the case. Now, I can't promise someone won't hold the other side of the painting up to a solid wall and leave you stuck in there that way. I've yet to find a good sort of method for that. Also, yes, please ask.
What if you were to fold up the painting?
And then burn it.
Well, it comes in a solid frame. I don't know how one would fold it. If you were to unravel and bend the canvas?
Yeah.
Oh.
like remove
roll
the
it up
mounting
like a
from the
scroll.
canvas, and yeah,
Oh, well,
make it portable.
I paint them on square canvas, but I suppose if you were to mess with it in that way, you may be ejected from it in a similar manner as if it were being destroyed.
So we can't fold it up or scroll it, we can't like tie it to an arrow, shoot the arrow, anything like that.
I have to be honest with you, this is not a test I've run before, but you're welcome to try.
How does it interact with other pocket dimensions?
That's an expensive test.
If, for instance, I was to stuff it in a bag of holding, something of the like, would it have similar effects as, legend tells us of how that kind of thing works?
I see your question. I would not leave it in a bag of holding for a long amount of time. I know of this. That's the thing, right? If you put a bag of holding in a bag of holding, it starts like eating itself. Isn't
Oh, no,
that
it
a
explodes.
It creates a wormhole.
Right. It does a crazy thing. I think it would be fine for some time, although I wouldn't leave it in for much time.
Vague.
If
So safe bet, no, I suppose. We should keep it in a standard.
So it needs to stay in its frame. How small can they get?
well, it needs to be small enough for one to enter safely. So looks at. I guess your largest member would be Rolo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose if it were small enough to fit your frame, or your width, so to speak, that would be enough. You'd have to sort of pencil dive in, but that would work.
And it has to be on a backed canvas.
My magic is very specific.
Canvas stretched on a wooden frame canvas.
If you
Oh.
wish for me to attempt to do it on some sort of a scroll, I could try, although I'd be wary of the durability compared to a full painting, you understand?
Well, at the very least, it has to be able to fit Rolo's chest. So that's probably like a 1 to 2 foot by like 4 foot frame, something like that.
Unless he just...
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I could. Theoretically, I might be able to make myself smaller. I can certainly make myself bigger. And so maybe I could find a way to make myself smaller, but I don't want to do that just to go inside the painting.
I'm going to quickly draw up a blueprint of a collapsible frame that,
Got, like hinges.
Yeah. Like a slap bracelet kind of deal, where it's like you flip a thing and it just kind of like...
Yeah, like it folds over kind of like four ways into like a,
Yeah, into more of a tube kind of scroll case kind of deal.
Mm-hmm. You hand
Would something like this work?
This is fascinating. I could certainly try. Now listen, He kind of looks at you all. You understand, something like this is normally very costly, but we could negotiate more of an exchange if that's more to your liking. I do need help with a different errand.
Goes back to my question about the recommendation was insinuating we do anything bad.
Okay, but I don't do feet stuff.
Me neither.
That's why it's all hands.
Do you have anything that's morally okay to do in exchange?
You all are being slightly accusatory. I just need some stolen goods brought back.
Oh!
It's drugs. He's a drug dealer.
Oh, that's fine. I don't give two shits about... Yes, that is something to consider.
My personal demi-plane painting was stolen.
Oh.
And if you can retrieve that for me, I suppose you could either keep it for yourself or I could try this collapsible design that your friend here has put into my brain.
Do you know who took it?
Unfortunately, I have a pretty good idea of who it was.
Okay.
Well, that sounds fortunate then.
Another cousin of mine.
Is it Sabi?
You know my cousin Stabenga?
That was a shot in the dark, actually. I was eavesdropping, read somebody's diary. They just mentioned somebody with the hands by the name of Sabi.
It is a bit of a trademark, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, my cousin Sabenga is who I suspect. He always had a bit of a five-finger discount inclination.
Sticky fingers.
Yeah, something like that. And it's, to be frank, a little easier for our kind to do such a thing.
So do you want him, like, or just...
He's
recover?
always been a bit of a troublemaker, so I can't guarantee it will go smoothly trying to get the painting back from him. But if you bring it to me, you may keep it, or I can attempt this collapsible design that you have given to me.
Yes, I can start cracking on a prototype, if that helps. I'm thinking something Gothic exterior with the atmosphere crashing with lightning and rippling with thunder.
You think about your design, and I will think about the spatial components of this. Does that seem like a fair exchange to you all?
And a mote of fog. Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Where can we find this cousin of yours?
Well, I suppose you'd have to ask a law enforcement type. He would usually tangle with those, and they may know last known whereabouts sort of thing.
The diary entry, when was it dated for when it said too bad Sabi left?
It was about 2 weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago, I think the Sabi was with our Ilmater friends, the cult.
Oh.
So, outside the city?
Maybe on the run a little bit. Still talk to somebody, see if we can't get a heading though.
How much do these go for if we're not looking to do your dirty work?
Well, if you have to ask, I'll tell you the price. It does get steep. To be honest, with this new design, I might need a little extra because I'm experimenting with a new type, and my normal price is about 600 gold.
Oh.
Given this attempt at a new design, I might have to go a little higher, say 750.
argue that I don't like paying for his testing, but that's actually way cheaper than I anticipated.
Yeah, wasn't that armor like thousands of gold?
Yes, it was.
3,500.
That's kind of right around the range I was expecting the painting, and now I'm like, maybe I'll just go steal one. I don't know, just for fun.
And just to be clear, this would be an experimental design, so I cannot guarantee any sort of refund or return should something go wrong with the idea.
Well, we're kind of on a crunch, but we can go around and ask law enforcement if they've seen your cousin. But if it looks like it's going to be a long investigation, we might need to come back and pony up for painting.
By all means, I leave that in your hands, but the offer will still stand. I certainly don't have the inclination to go after him myself. I would like the painting back, but there are only so few of us out there. I don't want any inter-Rakshasa conflict, if you will.
Also, if we got a custom painting, we could all have like nice individualized rooms.
Oh, I have thoughts.
I mean, that guy had a bird feeding him.
So if you paint people, are people in there as well?
Oh no.
I mean, the bird
Well,
was in there.
I did paint a bird for Xenalor. I can't guarantee that any humanoids I paint would be particularly smart or brave or intelligent, nor would they be able to leave the painting as it is their origin, but I could attempt it.
So far, I'm not hearing a problem.
So, seems very similar to what our good friend the Doc over here does. You just can create abominations.
You wish to put it that
What?
way?
No, I mean it in the nicest way.
Oh,
Doc, you make the best abominations, really. The best.
you mean it?
I do. I really do.
Why did that sound so much like a monarch exchange?
No, do you really mean it?
You'll mean it.
Aw, thanks.
Come on.
Hey, you're like the best one.
All right. Well, why don't we take a bio break? You guys can mull over that a little bit, and then we'll come back with whatever the next pit stop is.
Alrighty.
90, 91, 92, 80,
Maybe we couldn't do the
100,
400.
150,
Oh, okay, there.
152. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Needed that break.
All right. So
We need to start.
you could potentially do like a trade, some little questing for your demi-plane painting, but we've had a little bio break. So what's the next move now? Are you chasing that down? Or are you gonna grab some of your other little like points here in the city? What's the move?
Can maybe start heading in the direction of checking out the material for 8-9's gun and maybe see if we don't catch guards on the way there, just to be like, hey, look, have you seen or heard? Just like to knock it out. Don't have to do one
See if we can find a tail.
I got it.
Thank you.
it's a cat.
I got it.
All right. So back through the camp on the way to the sub, you're gonna ask a couple questions on the way. Is that correct?
Oh, the material's not in town.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was in the caves next to town. from what we-
Oh.
It's specifically where saltwater and freshwater convalesce. That's where you would find it.
Well, let's put a pin in that. Let's
I said we do the
go
other thing
talk-
in town.
and then we can check out Henry's dad.
Like, just to, like, if I could just, like, triangulate his location, just to be like, is he just a happy motherfucker just living his life? Oh, good. Goodbye.
You want me to kill him?
Sure.
But if he has, like, a secret family and he abandoned me, I might do crimes and they might be premeditated. Who knows?
So what is
And you can
of
have
those?
me back.
What's first?
Was it the Merc?
The look up the
Oh,
The-
find guards to maybe talk about Sabi, and then it was Silgrace's friend.
yeah, what was the name?
Mirtha Toon.
That one. Mirtha Toon.
So first, you're just gonna find some guards, talk to them about Sabanga. All right.
Yep.
One of you, or probably a few of you, have a background feature for that, right? Just like I find cops.
I
think it's
find
an
cops?
accident. That we find cops.
I use my Karen background feature.
Narc radar.
There's definitely plenty of like city watch about. You could easily flag one down and ask a question.
8-9, you wanna?
Oh, sorry.
8-9 doesn't
8-9.
have features like that. He could talk to the guards if you want, but
That's what I'm saying. Just talk to the guards. We can go talk. We've walked with guards before.
All right. He walks up to whatever law enforcement there is.
There's definitely a guy just like on the corner, just can I help you with something?
Do you know where the mercs go to hang out?
Looking to hire a mercenary, huh? Well, this time of day, well, really any time of day, you'll probably find them in a tavern or two. I hear Moon Brews is a pretty good spot for that.
You ever hear of a merc called Mirtha Toon?
Mirtha. Yeah, we all know Mirtha. She's a tough one. Tangle with a few of our toughest now and again. Wrangled a few up for us. She's not one of the city guards, but the mayor likes to kind of keep her close to the vest. She's good at what she does.
You think she's hanging out there?
Most likely, unless she's on. She gets assigned these special tasks now and again, but that's definitely one of her haunts.
All right, thanks. He's gonna come back.
You're
and
welcome.
Let them know. What was it? The moon something?
Moon Brews.
Moon brews. Like
Are we also
BREWS?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Are we also asking about Sabine? Sabrina?
Sabi.
Sabanga.
Oh, sorry, I totally blanked on that because 8-9 doesn't know that. Other than the yeah.
Go back in and ask about Savanga.
Hey, actually, I have one more question.
Oh, he's like about to light up his cigarette. Wait, what? Yeah, what's up?
Do you know a Sabenga?
Topanga. Kind of looks at his partner. Heard the name. Not anyone I've wrangled around before. But if we've heard his name, he's probably something of a troublemaker.
Got it. Probably a criminal.
If he's on our radar. And if you're looking for a merc.
All right, well, thanks. He's gonna come back. He's like, I don't think you ask cops about Sabenga. I think that is a different road to take.
Oh, you're putting you in that awkward position.
I don't give a shit.
Oh, okay, cool. I was just trying to be considerate. Anyway,
To the black market.
let's go.
Do you know where that is?
No.
Alright,
We're still standing there.
Hello,
That's funny.
officer. If I were to inquire about the blackest market,
You don't want to ask that
deepest,
question.
darkest, where do the illicit, illegal trades go?
I'm looking to commit some crimes. Where would you recommend I go?
All right, so off to Moon Brews.
I think so, yeah.
All right, you go. And this is a pretty populated city, so there's kind of always people in here. And it's a slightly rougher crowd maybe in here than you would see in other taverns. You know, definitely seems to be the one where the mercs hang out.
We don't see a Rakshasa immediately, right? Because that would probably stand out.
You can roll perception for that if you want,
I will try.
or insight. I mean, not insight. I guess it's still perception. It wouldn't really be an investigation in this case. Doc's got nothing. As of an 8-9, you don't see Rakshasa. There is another standout individual though, because you don't see many. What's the term? The no. The dark elf. I don't remember what you call
Drow.
drow. Yeah, you don't see many drow. Just in general, but there is one kind of just like posted up, in a corner.
Do we know if Mirtha Tool is a drow?
Stilgrace probably would have told you that. She probably would have given more than a name, you know, just
That would have been
find her.
hilarious. She's
It's
just like,
just
"What's your
somebody
name?
named Mirtha Tool.
Have a
Yeah,
good day.
No, she would have told you that Mirtha Toon is a drow. Yeah.
Well, there's one of the people we're looking for.
Looks like this one's mine. He's gonna flick his hair back.
Oh boy.
When was the last time you showered? Oh, good luck.
Have fun. Be
He's been
safe.
stuck
stuck
in the
in
ocean
a
last-
sub with us.
Just fell in the ocean the other day. What are you talking about?
I was the only one who brought soap.
Do I have perfume? I might have perfume. One sec.
I hope you do. Of,
God.
of all the characters.
I do. I'm gonna
not-
give you a little spritz before you go. Wafting.
How do I
Cincinnati
look?
smells like rotten fish and perfume. Good job.
It should.
Anytime.
Some folks might be really into that. Look at him go. So confident.
I saunter over.
Stop.
Looks to the side. Can I help you with something, Triton?
Yes, I'm looking for a mercenary, but not just any mercenary. One of the best. I know she's dangerous and always gets her killed. All I have is a name, though. I don't know if that's something you could help me with.
Perhaps.
Mirtha, by chance?
Her demeanor changes a little bit. Who sent you to me?
Your friend. And I'll say the friend on
Stilgrace, yeah.
the turtle.
And her demeanor And she actually seems to, like, when you say that, she like kind of drops some of that toughness a little bit. Just, oh, so Grace sent you. Well,
Yes.
a friend of hers or a companion of hers is the same for me. She helped me out of a tight spot.
That seems to happen to her a lot, because when we were over there, we were attacked by several sharks and a water dragon, but it's nothing we couldn't handle.
Oh, so she was out doing one of her ocean rescues.
I mean, I feel like I could say the same thing based on how that went down, but, you know, the world's a dangerous place. But, speaking of danger, we're going on a particularly dangerous job. I was curious if you had any interest in joining us, maybe aiding us.
I'm afraid I'm currently in the midst of a contract.
Oh, are they here? And Hazov's going to kind of scan around.
This is the off day, actually, but I'm in rotation. Mayor Old Road has me keeping an eye on that weird tent group outside of town.
Oh, the cult! We were just passed through there. Nice
They're
people.
A
Kinda
strange
fucking weird.
lot. Yeah, I can see why the mayor wants to keep an eye on them, you know, just in case. But it is my off day, so I'm just
I
in
think
here.
they might be more of a danger to themselves than anyone, honestly.
I got that sense as well. Either way, strange lot. Want to just keep them on the radar, you know?
Sure. And how long does that contract keep you?
Oh, I suppose as long as they are in town. I don't really wish to stack contracts, you understand, but if there's another way I can help you, I'm happy to.
So you're saying if they were no longer in town, that you would be willing to join a new party, is what I'm hearing.
Well, I suppose if the money was right in the contract.
Yeah. Kill self-hurting cultists. Get Drowley. Okay. Would you be interested in meeting my party? We've heard good things about you. Love to get a lay of the land and possibly ask you a couple questions.
I suppose I can, if you wish to take me to them. What have you heard about me?
What have I heard about her?
Honestly, not much. Silgris was just like, I have a friend there who can help you. She's a good merc.
I'd like to make something up.
I'd go for it.
What would I roll for making something up?
Deception or persuasion.
I can do deception.
Yeah.
I spin her a tale of probably some other legendary mercenary that Azov has heard of, but he's like just swapping the stories and the names and stuff.
Yeah. Well, whoever told you the story seems to have gotten a few details wrong, but you're close.
Yes. Hello, everyone. This is
Mirtha.
Mirtha.
And so
Mirtha
really, once
too.
that process is done, the funk really goes away. Oh, hello.
Hello there, Mirtha.
Pleasure to meet you all. You're all friends of Silgrace's as well?
Yeah, friend, sure.
Well, then that
Better
makes you
ones.
friends of mine. Well, that makes you met her once is of mine, too.
Good enough.
We have met you once. We're doing it right now.
That is technically true.
Now, as I've told our Triton friend here, I'm not available for new contracts at the moment, but I'm happy to help in other ways if I can with what it is you're doing in town.
Well,
Just
what other ways can you help?
This about the painting thing, or which?
Information, connections, people, places.
We
I
are
know a lot.
looking for a
Do you only stay here in town?
Work takes me from place to place, but I've been here some time.
Okay.
Sometimes I go between here and Boley with Silgrace's animal sanctuary, you know?
You ever heard of a Rakshasa called Sabenga?
Oh, you know Sabenga as well, then?
We're looking for them.
We've heard of her.
He's given me some real trouble now and again. He did the mercenary thing with me for a bit. Never felt like I could fully trust him, and I was proven right when he disappeared on me. Tried to take some of my armor and weapons, didn't succeed.
I used to hang out with people like that.
Hmm.
I mean,
Has
by
he-
force, there wasn't a choice, but I mean, I get it.
If he's taken something else, then it would be good perhaps to bring him to justice. Is that the case? Has he stolen again, or attempted to?
Oh,
Seems to be the case.
He always was a bit slippery in that way.
Particular piece of art you're looking to reclaim.
Oh,
any
one of
idea
his
where-
cousin's pieces then.
Oh, you know
she
about
did
it.
so much.
Well, yes, as I said, he and I did the mercenary thing together for a bit. Didn't trust him too much, and I don't want to cast disparaging remarks about all the Rakshasa, because my understanding is most are generally upstanding. Most, there are very few also in my understanding, but Spanga, a bit of a wild one.
This Spanga, are they dangerous, prone to violence?
That is a very accurate statement.
Oh, Sabega totally stole the knife.
So, if we were to encounter this person and, graciously request the return of said artwork, what are the odds of them throwing backwards hands?
Oh, it's most certain.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the answer you were looking for, but it's most certain, especially with Sabenga.
It's helpful to know now than at the time.
Yeah.
Certainly,
Also-
to go in prepared.
So, something probably important to note, he probably is the one that stole the knife from the Broken, and who knows what that knife does.
Were the other knives special?
I don't know, but they're talking about this one specific knife that went missing. It's in the diary. You guys said it went missing, right?
There also seems to be another writing, like a text of theirs that also went missing.
So who knows what those are? I'm not going to assume it's just some run-of-the-mill dagger, though, because I could drop all of mine here and not give a damn.
They mentioned that during the meeting too, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were just point of order, housekeeping at the end. If anyone's seen it, let us know.
Me and Dalton found that it mentioned in a diary. They mentioned it within the tent. And Sabanga did roll through, so.
Well, Mirtha, it sounds like this Sabanga person has items
Oh.
and knowledge as it relates to the Broken. And as you have mentioned before, you're on contract to monitor Broken activity, and this does sound like it could qualify as Broken activity if they were to summon something or do some kind of unholy ritual.
You're correct, but I also told you that it was my off day.
Word. Okay.
You did say that. You did say that. That's all day. That's all today?
There's a reason I'm at a tavern at, as if she had a watch, at a few hours past lunchtime, yes.
I mean, live your life, girl. It's fine. But, do you think you could give us a indication of where we could find this Sabanga?
We
Well-
give you a lead, you give us a lead.
Well, if he's not still among the Broken as you make it sound, he would have likely fled to the woods to the northwest. They're dense enough that one could hide there for a time. You'll just have to leave town, go past the lumber yard, and you'd be there.
Okay.
So do you come
Is-
here often, or?
This is my favorite of the spots, yes.
Cool names.
Okay, sorry. That's cool.
Well, I
Is there
suppose
like a lot of fights here? I don't know.
fights. Not
It
really.
doesn't. It seems
Not on the
respectfully, it
last
seems
week
a
of the
little
month.
seedy. Oh, just straight up, no fighting.
Oh, if
like
you're
the
asking about
Sabbath.
if you're asking about the fighting pits, those will reopen in about a week, but those are not in this part of town.
Do any of that stuff here just for fun?
Yeah, but there has to be like one that's open on Sundays, right?
Not quite. No.
So wait, you're saying that the underground, the criminal underground, respects the last week off of the month?
I'm saying we all need a break from time to time.
It's Italy.
Rolo.
You're
Hey, Rolo.
working? I'm gonna arrest you.
Listen, we are monsters, but we still give time off to our people.
Hey, Rolo.
You come back next week, we kill you.
What's up, Doc?
You're looking for a fight, yes?
Always.
I mean, I think a little tavern brawl would cut her day off a little short, give her nothing better to do, perhaps?
I'm up for a good tavern brawl. I kind of a. I don't like to start one, but when it gets started, I like to really get into it.
Oh, I've got just the thing.
Okay.
Tall drink for you? Tall drink? Excellent. I'll go to the bar.
I'm just gonna start a brawl.
I'm gonna go to the bar and grab two large beverages. I don't know. You tell me how much that is. I'll throw it at you. And I'm
Two
gonna
silver.
2 silver. I'm gonna make my way back, and when I get almost to Rolo, some stranger, a tough-looking stranger, across from him, I'm going to like, oops, and splash one of the very large
Mm-hmm.
drinks like all down his back, and I'm gonna stand up. So basically, like Rolo is here behind me, and I'm like 1.5 feet, 2 feet in front of him, in between him and the stranger.
Mm-hmm.
Oops!
Splash. You just what in the? Hey, you gotta watch where you're going there, punk.
Oh, punk! That's funny coming from a dork like you. I hear my face is quite punchable.
Looking to start something here, buddy.
No, if I was looking to start something, I'd do something like this, and I'd throw the other drink directly in his face.
Oh, this is my kind of guy.
Kevin taunting Oscar with pie.
He's gonna
Glass
wipe.
jaw right here, baby.
He wipes his face, and if you are just like stand there waiting to take it, he is going to.
I duck. I want him to hit Rolo right in his big buff stomach. Just.
All right, so then I want from you a dex save.
Oh boy.
As this guy very much just lets out like a big sigh and is just like, fine.
All right.
That's not gonna cut it.
Of course, it's not gonna cut it.
5 blunt damage as it punch connects with your jaw.
Fortunately, I had 10 extra hit points.
Nice. I imagine if you were right in front of me, you kind of get knocked into me. I'm like, hey, don't hit my friend! And I'm gonna go and give a punch to that guy.
Okay, roll me the attack roll.
Alrighty. All right.
It's a punch to the jaw, and with the thunder damage, it's just like a loud like, and then like with your bit of cold damage too, you do a big punch, and the guy stands there for a second. He lets out like he goes like a, and like a little bit of like, you know how when it's cold out and your breath has he goes, and then just he goes over.
Rolo scans the room to see if anybody else is joining in on this. And he's just gonna yell like, Bar fight!
Roll me persuasion to see if that was enough, or if people are actually gonna just ignore
I
it.
would like to assist by when he yells bar fight, I go, yeah! Oh, and like flip the nearest table.
You want to roll that persuasion there, Doc? Can I assist you instead? Because mine's -1.
This is not my charisma build. Oh.
That's not my charisma. I was like, do you got better than a -1?
I've got a 0 modifier.
That's better.
With a 19, it starts getting pretty chaotic in here. And Mirtha, like, talking to the other three, is going to turn to you two and just be like, what is happening now? And she's going to look around and just like, oh, great.
I'm going to rush past her and kind of like try to start to usher her away, like, it's getting rough in here, we should go.
This is my element. She's going to like,
I should go.
Bro was like, I'm staying! Just like, if anybody starts coming at him, he's ready.
Listen,
he wouldn't have his shield out. His shield would be on his back, but he's like, I'm ready!
Listen, I've pointed you in the right direction. I have a room here. I'm just gonna ignore this bedlam. And she's gonna head for like a set of stairs in the back. If you need anything else, let me know, but I'm not working today. And she like, as she says that and like dodges like a punch like goes past her into someone else. I'm not working today.
Well, good job, guys. You scared her off. I was this close. I was this close to sealing the deal.
I don't
We
think we
could
were.
kidnap her, you know? A little Stockholm Syndrome really starts wonderful relationships.
I can't hear you over the sound of me flipping this guy over. Whoa!
Did you hear what he said about your mother? Ooh, that was spicy. Better hit
He
him
said
for
what?
it.
I'm gonna get him! Just like, you just see him jump out of frame.
Alright, well yeah, it's definitely breaking out in a full-on like chaos.
Azov's gonna turn to Henry and A9. I'm like, I think we need to be more stringent about who we let into the B team. This is not B team behavior. B stands for behavior, and this right now is
It's not
bad.
the
With the bad is not for bad. B team is not for bad.
No.
B team is for the best team. This is not best behavior.
Is it for best team or behavior?
No, it stands for bad behavior.
I'll argue though, Rolo is being the best tavern brawler right now. And Dalton was the best at inciting violence, as we see here.
I mean, if we're really gonna be critiquing somebody, you failed to seduce her, so I mean...
I was this close!
Horseshoes and hand grenades, bud. Horseshoes and hand grenades.
It's close! Let's go kill this guy and take the painting back.
Rolo, going!
Best behavior.
Oh, we're going? Okay.
We're going!
Alright. So it's gonna you would reach the woods about evening time, if you're just heading directly there. On the way you will pass by the lumber yard because she gave you that heading. Anybody want to real quick roll me a perception check as they go by the lumber yard?
I'll do it. I'll roll. I'll fail, but I'll roll.
Like a plus
That's not
10.
bad.
Okay.
A +8, thank you.
Probably
Alright,
not
so-
dark. It's broad daylight. I'm wearing the things again during the day.
Azov's still mad.
Alright. Maybe 8 and 9's the only one that notices. As you pass by, it looks like maybe the lumber guys, either they're getting off for the evening or they're also taking 5 or something. And 8, 9, you notice there's one particular one of the lumber guys. All the others seem to be watching him, and he is like, he's not juggling, but he has one. It's like a rock, maybe about this large, and it's levitating in the air, and he's kind of like doing one of these with it, kind of making it move back and forth in the air. And all the others are like, "That's so cool." And that's what you see just as you're passing by.
There's a magic show happening, I think.
Close-up magic?
No, just actual magic. The mundane thing that a lot of people have in this world.
You know what, though? That's usually some kind of grift. Usually somebody's stealing something in those things.
So I should arrest him.
Are you on duty? I thought everybody was off duty this week.
I'm
Do you have
always
power
on
to arrest
duty.
people?
Are you in your jurisdiction right now?
Wait, you're a cop?
The world is my jurisdiction.
You
Okay,
see,
Fred.
you see this guy goes for his big finish, and he like telekinesis like shoots it way up in the air, and then just like catches it in like his bag, puts it back over his shoulder. Everyone's like,
Do I
"Argh."
see anybody like in that crowd being shisty and stealing shit?
Not with your 11 perception.
That's fucking fair, brother. Get it.
And he's the only one that even saw this really happening as you pass by.
I don't even know magic
So-
is happening. What is that?
That was not
Have a good
supposed
day.
to be an advantage.
The doctor also sees it. I'll give that with a 15. Maybe you don't see as many of the details, but you can see there's a crowd around watching this guy do something. Bunch of lumberjacks watching their pal do lumberjack magic, non-lumberjack things. All right.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm a...
So you do reach the wood. You do reach the woods round about nighttime.
Tight.
Oh, hey, this is the background picture from the Thunderweaver thumbnails.
It is. I knew I already had a forest picture somewhere, so I just used the same one. Woods is woods, man.
It's his woods, man. 8-9, any signs that someone has been through here?
Let me see what my Air Genasi eyes see. 16 perception.
Yeah, you can definitely start to pick up a trail.
Actually, for trails, I guess I should survival it.
I mean, you rolled a 16 in perception. I'm not gonna. Is it that much different of a score?
It's a 3 less, technically. So it would be a 13.
I mean, I'll give it to you. I'm not worried about it.
Alright. So, I
So
guess
you are
follow
able to
that
pick up a
trail.
trail with that.
He's this way. Maybe, I don't know, it's a trail. We can follow it and see what's on the other side.
Could we open like a can of tuna or something? He's a thief. Should we talk loudly about how much money we have on us?
Hey, you guys.
Jangle some coin purses. Because, you know, that works for cats and thieves.
I can't believe Azov won so much money on that bet the other day. It's wild.
Now,
The fact that you're saving it all, you know,
Henry,
for a
I,
rainy day.
I heard there was a bit of confusion, Henry. How much money do you have? Because I heard it was a lot, but then you were saying maybe it was less, but I bet it's a lot.
It's much more than what Azov has.
And
I-
Azov is loaded.
As you guys are walking along, roll me a perception check.
We go again.
Here we go.
All right, 8-9.
Why does it keep
it's like
rolling?
his one thing he's good at.
Good thing I made that.
Hey,
That and boom, bang, bang. Perception and bang,
a
bang.
lot of
That's all he
13s
does.
today.
You all will catch as you're walking in the woods, you catch a glimpse of a little off the beaten path. There is a lit fire.
This fire is lit.
And there's a small little encampment. And for 8-9 and Azov, you see everyone's gonna see that encampment. There's gonna be a large figure huddled near the encampment, just kind of like staring off into space a little bit.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's a rough looking boy. And specifically for Azov and 8-9, leaning up against another tree in the camp is a painting. That is not to scale, but I just wanted to give you a clear image. There is a painting of some lily pads leaning up against a tree nearby this individual.
Before we get any closer, I would like to cast Pass Without Trace on all of us.
Good move.
So everybody gets a +10 to stealth.
What's the flavor on that?
As we see the forest, 8-9 immediately goes into bounty hunter mode, and he's like, all right, before we go in, guns a-blazing, you all should probably look out for a few things. Don't step on that twig. And he like starts pointing out like all of the possible things that could make noise and like what's good to hide behind going up to that camp.
Oh god. So now we gotta roll for stealth, huh?
Well, hold on.
But I have +16.
That guy looks a lot bigger than the other Rakshasa we've seen so far. And that sword is as big as I am.
Or maybe he's just a really tiny cat.
How about this? How about Rolo and I go up, we strike up a conversation with him, you know, just talk normal-like. Two of you can sneak around, take the painting, and go. We'll be on our merry way.
That works.
Yeah, +14 for sleight of hand. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, I can do that.
You're good at sneaking.
I will stay here. What's a phrase if you need a distraction or something?
Ooh, I could use my walkie-talkie. I could use the walkie-talkie so we can keep it chill. Yeah.
Okey-dokey. Excellent. Yes, I will wait for the go word.
So Rolo and I will approach in the front. Bora and you hang back here. Then 8, 9, and Henry sneak around the side, try take it. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Word. God damn,
was
1
that?
hour.
Oh. I was like, what is that? What did you fuck up on?
We
Rolling
once
for hit
again
points.
only have the walkie-talkie for an hour, but an hour is hopefully all it needs. And I guess I'll. Oh, it's 3 people now. I can hook up with freaking one from each group.
All right, so who's moving where?
The doctor is staying put, laying low.
If you don't mind, I think the angle I would take this conversation is I've been going around looking to study from some of the most powerful fighters. What do you think about that? I don't even have to lie about that. I can tell that with a straight face, no problem.
You know, what I learned is that people love to talk about themselves.
Absolutely.
I think that's a good way to go. All right. We'll let them kind of start sneaking around the side, and then we'll approach down the main trail.
Just a sneak in.
Okay, so the only ones going face forward are Azov and Rolo, correct?
Ease.
Okay, let me just do a little comparison here. Okay.
It's nighttime, right?
Yes.
Can you see in the dark?
I cannot.
Yeah,
There is a campfire.
Yeah, at some point, if it got dark enough, if he required it, he would have taken out a torch.
It's fine. We're going to the light now.
All the better for having the other people be sneaky sneak while we got a torch on us.
Yeah. We'll start to approach, and Azov will call out, "Hello, traveler! How goes it?"
Hello there!
Big guy kind of stands up straight, more turns around.
Who are you? And why are you here?
Well, this is my good friend, Azov, one of the best fighters I've seen, and my name is Rollo, Jasandra Rollo, and I'm here to, well, frankly, I've been going all around the world studying under some of the best fighters I've ever seen, and I have heard people sing your praises, sir, and I would be honored if you would be willing to tell me a bit about yourself and kind of your approach to fighting and everything else. And I just would love to soak up knowledge. I tell you, I could tell you about all sorts of things, but I want to hear from you, sir. Would you be willing to start a conversation? I'd be happy to share some of our rations and ale.
A little cold, if you don't mind sharing your fire, but we understand if you prefer to be alone.
It's not that cold.
Let's roll persuasion checks first.
Can I have advantage?
I'm sorry.
Can I give him advantage rather than?
Sorry, it'd be deception, not persuasion.
Fine with me. Bazinga.
It's very good. Bazinga, Sabenga. Let me see something here. Okay.
So you've heard of Sabenga of the Lilies, have you?
Yes, rather recently. You're actually the third Rakshasa I've seen, and I'm just in awe of your power, sir. And I'm just curious.
You're a lot bigger than the ones I've seen before. What's your workout regimen?
Right? Like, how many sit-ups? How many push-ups? What juice do you drink?
I always was the largest of our pack.
Who of my cousins have you met? You said you've met 2.
Well, what were their names now? Richard's terrible at remembering names.
The ones you've met Gilar, and you have met Jumabash. Jumabash was the painter, Gilar was the mobster.
Yeah, I met those 2 guys, and I've been, to nearly about, not to say you're a barbarian, sir, but been to nearly every barbarian tribe I can find, and I've even reached out to the Rune Guarders, learn about their techniques, and so I'm curious what kind of techniques you may bring as well.
Yeah, we met that, Tumbasa guy. Real asshole. Wouldn't sell us any of his paintings. Said if we had to ask, we couldn't afford it. What a dick that guy is.
Yeah.
We don't like him.
A lot of my cousins have been a little more pretentious than I.
But you've met Jumabash, and now you've come here.
Well, we're heading north. And happen to spot your fire.
Yeah, how many more cousins do you have? Like, how many other... Sorry, I'm getting away. Can I please give you anything? We're coming into your area. Can I give you something?
I suppose if we're here to talk, we could do so over a drink.
Alright, sure. I got some ale. And he's gonna pull out some ale.
Thank you. Well, what is it you want to know?
Well, I want to know your approach to fighting. Do you value speed or power more?
Oh, certainly power.
This blade here, and it has like a real heft to it when he's showing it off.
This blade here, when it hits hard, it hits extra hard.
Interesting.
I don't know if you're a swordsman or a fisticuffs fighter yourself, but sometimes, you just connect really hard. Almost feels like you've hit him in a more critical spot, Well, this one, when it does that, hits even harder.
Wow, so you really go all in on the strength. I get it, I understand. Now,
Hit
do
'em
you
once and they don't
channel
get back
rage into your item that makes you do this? Is it connected to your primal energy, or was this like some kind of sorcerer person enchanting an item? Or is this just pure masterwork of the craft itself?
It's focus, and it's a little bit of the
Rakshasa touch, I suppose you could say. And when I want to spar, I don't have to spar alone.
Really?
No.
And he'll snap his fingers, and next to him, there'll be like almost like a burst of like flower petals for a second, and then standing next to him will be, it looks like a clone of him, but it almost looks like it's like a watercolor, like oily version of him standing next to him.
I can call forth, I suppose you could call them echoes of myself whenever I need to spar.
Shit.
Oh my god, you can spar yourself. I have to get in on this kind of training. If you could begin to teach me how to do this kind of stuff, that would be incredible. Deep in his head, he's like, I really hope they're getting that painting.
Yeah, let's cut over to the painting group. What are they up to?
So we get up close, and then we just pick it up and leave.
Assuming that it's not alarmed or trapped.
Well,
Did he summon the painting, the oil clone from the painting, or just himself?
No, it poofed next to him. That was something he did.
Okay, great.
can I perceive for traps or anything around the painting? Or even the camp in general, if he has alarm up or something?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
No traps, but you're observing him as you're moving about, right? That's fair to say.
Yeah, I think we're deliberately on the other side.
Yeah.
If that's where he's kind of looking towards us, we're on this side, and the painting's on
The
this
painting is behind him.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. So, as the other group is sneaking about, as Henry and Rolo is sneaking around, I'm sorry, Henry and 8-9 sneaking around. You saw him poof this one like kind of clone into existence. As you go around, you see he actually has another clone already in place that has its eyes on the painting.
He's got to be an absurdly high level then. Sorry, that's very meta, but
Yeah, that already brewed it.
So when you spar with your echoes, are they just as durable as you? Is it like a perfect clone of you? That's incredible.
As far as technique, yes, but one strike and they go.
So how are you channeling
I'm
this
going to
kind of
send that to Henry. Actually, I wouldn't know that they just saw one. Never mind.
I mean, it might be a worthwhile thing just to be like, he can clone himself, he can clone. But yeah, I guess it would be too meta to be like, hey.
I mean,
Would you be sending
I would
updates?
100%. Yeah, I'd be like, hey,
There's another one.
Somebody back here.
It's like another guy, or like
It's another inked blot painting, right?
yeah, it's another like I want to say like it's almost like it's him but like made of flowers, if that makes sense.
It's a flower man.
But it like kind of has like an oil painting like smudged look to it.
It's a flower tiger cat with paint.
if you can hit them, they pop.
Like loudly?
Maybe the doctor.
Doctor.
You
Oh.
who?
Oh no, is he out of range for Pass Without a Trace?
Is it time for a distraction?
What's the range on Pass Without a Trace? 'Cause that's an important question. Also, would you guys like me, just for position's sake, to move to a battle map just so we get exact
Sure.
positions and tiles
Sure.
and stuff? All right. This is just an approximation, but things can be changed if need be.
Oh, it's just back there.
And I think these two would be back here.
That's where I
Or
was
here at
thinking.
least.
Yeah, move yourselves to what makes sense.
Yeah.
But 8, 9, and Henry, you'd be able to see the other one.
I'm good with where I am.
Yeah, me too.
Where would the trail be?
The exact trail's right here, so maybe you and Bora would be like more like here, like out of sight
Okay.
or something like that. But yeah,
So while he's having this little like mental conversation, Rollo's just gonna keep on with like the public face of like, so how exactly are you channeling this? Is it magic? Is it rage? Is it primal energy? Is it ki? Like he's trying to get into the science of it.
If I'm being completely honest with you, Rolo, it's just something we Rakshasa can do. We
So it's
don't
so
exactly
it's like innate, like the sorcerers do.
a bit.
Okay,
We-
okay.
There are a dozen of us. We've always considered ourselves cousins, brothers, some sort of family. The truth is, Rolo, we aren't exactly sure where we come from. But
I read in a library once that the Rakshasa are from another plane, but you don't know which plane you're from.
we don't. Clearly, we know we have abilities not of this world. But we all
Yes.
share this. We all share a strange collective memory of a lily pond. A lot of
Well,
my
that's
more
very interesting.
brothers who are inclined to the arts tend to make that their muse.
So what's the toughest thing you ever fought? And he's just gonna try to keep on distracting him while other people are doing their.
Toughest thing I ever fought. I did grow up sparring with my cousins. So there was that. Always kind of wondered what I would be like in the fighting pits around here or in the capital.
Oh man, I would love to see you in the fighting pits. It's too bad that they're closed this week.
It's strange, right? That they would do that, just close down the last month of the year.
Is it the last week of the month, the last day of the week, the last month of the year? Which one is it?
It's the last week of every month, but also the last month of every year. This is pretty simple stuff, Rolo.
What kind of Chaos Day bullshit is this?
They have very good unions on this side of the continent, is what I'm learning.
8, 9, and Henry, we'll cut to you guys back in the corner, or to the doctor or whomever. What's the move?
That depends on what instructions I was given.
I think if we come at this one thing from like 2 angles, we could get 2 good shots at him, 3 good shots at him if 8, 9 has a silent.
I mean, he has his crossbow still.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you're like, I have a gun now.
He's not an idiot. He puts a silencer on his shotgun.
There you go.
It's like
There
the
you go.
biggest, thickest novel you've ever seen. Like, it works.
Real quick, by the way, just what is next week look like for all of us? Because since we're already getting pretty close to when we normally wrap up, I just want to know where I should be.
I am out next week. I'll be in Portugal.
Okay. Just for that week? Or for that Monday?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I am out the week after that, but I'm here
Okay.
next week.
Okay. Because I don't necessarily, if this becomes a big old fight, want to do that all right now. You know what I mean? Because we're already getting close to our wrap up time, but we'll see what happens here.
Okay. So if you want to stick to the left of this tent, Dalton, stay low, stay quiet. When you have eyes on the Rakshasa that is behind the tent on the other side of the fire, if you let me know, you, me, and 8, 9 can all try to get an attack on him at the same time.
Excellent. I'm on it.
Be so quiet. Be so quiet.
Of course.
Okay.
Can't you just shoot from where you are?
Yeah, I mean, I can, but he's so far away.
Got a crossbow.
Through the tent?
So, am I still affected by by Pass Without a Trace or nah?
That's a question because I casted it when I was next to everybody. So technically everybody had it, but does it disappear if you go 30 feet away?
I think it
Isn't it-
stays on you.
Yeah, it's an aura, isn't
It
it?
moves with you.
Okay.
8, 9, go back and get Dalton, and then
I'm-
come back.
I could. You want to do that? You want me to just
I
walk
would
over?
prefer that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want me clanking around at
Shing, 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 shing.
I thought you were about to
Suddenly
say a
pirates.
heavy negative number, and I'm like, no. Yeah, 8-9
You
will
wanna
come
go-
back.
Okay, when you do, you've seen that I have actually changed into my studded leather armor. And I'm ready to fucking rock.
Where the fuck
Holy
did you
shit.
get that? What? Why?
I have
Good
studded leather armor.
You know, that's not what I'm talking about.
The fucking plague mask, man. Plus 10.
Standard issue.
Is that a
Oh, yeah,
disadvantage?
plus 10. 24.
Oh, thank.
No, it just keeps rolling advantage for him.
Oh, gotcha.
Also, yeah, be glad you had that pass without trace, or you would have been spotted.
Oh, wait, it's not at advantage, it's just plus 10.
Right,
Yeah.
but
Whoops.
the 24
Okay.
saves you.
Yeah, the
You're
first one
okay.
is 14.
So you can safely follow 8-9 back if you wish.
Wonderful.
That's a good one. And I think maybe all three of us at the same time, just to make sure it goes.
So we're all just attacking.
Are you attacking different things?
I was thinking we just try to get rid of the one.
Because my point was having Dalton shoot from back there. So then all of the attention would be back there.
Oh.
Because a gun can shoot far.
If that's what was discussed,
He was on the other side of a tent, to be fair.
Then I would say, like, split your
I'll-
shots. And, like,
So I was thinking we were just
Fair.
totally trying to avoid actual combat, because if this thing whiffs, we don't know if he feels it.
gotcha.
To be
But
fair,
if we want
he's
to
engaged in
spread-
conversation with Rolo, and you could learn that.
So if I can creep over to this side, so
Ask!
if I do miss, it flies off this way and not directly
Into
into
the
their
tent.
asses.
Yeah.
did Kamira know when her echoes went out?
So Kamira had to have line of sight on the echoes for the echoes to function.
Huh.
Like if they were like behind something, I couldn't put them behind it. I would have to be able to see.
So,
Taking the shot.
when you do inevitably beat your echo, or has your echo ever beaten you?
Even if it lands a blow, I only have to land one myself. I'm afraid the sparring doesn't normally last too long, but it's still good practice.
Sure.
Does it hurt? Is it like a part of your soul or something?
Pain is not the right word, but it is strange. Have you ever suddenly lost your footing or fell and you get sort of that weightlessness in your stomach?
No, I step perfectly every time.
Oh, well, perhaps someday you'll know the feeling, and then you will know what it feels like when one of my clones is destroyed.
And that's when I take the shot.
Yeah, I'm like, do it now. Couldn't be me.
Okay, so what's the lineup
Why
of
did it
shots
roll
here?
Damage. It rolled damage and not the
The
It
attack
depends
roll?
on what you click on. It's all
Do we want to have somebody grab the painting and book it?
Better.
Shots are going off?
I think if we're fighting,
Or we
we're all
just
fighting.
No,
fighting.
because
Okay.
yeah, if we get into a situation where
Plus
we're
one.
in a fight, we should all be here to fight.
I would just
Unless
say,
there was a little
Yeah.
undead friend that could steal it and run away.
that
Right,
actually
he just
should have
grabs it and
been.
runs.
Yeah, I mean we could.
We'll see how it
but
goes.
I was thinking like take out the two echoes and then one person gets a shot on him.
Yep.
But you're all hidden, so you all should have advantage.
That actually should have been a 23 and not a 17.
I'll go for the echo if you want to go
'cause it
for
only
the.
does +1.
Yeah.
What is it to hit?
23.
Yes, that'll hit. And you were aiming at the one behind the tent?
I think the one by the fire, based off of his angle.
This one, right?
You tell me.
This was the one you guys told me to shoot at, right? But the one watching the painting. Okay, yes. This guy.
Okay, you connect, and it bursts in a bunch of flowers, and then the real guy by the fire, over by his clone, is like describing the feeling. It's like a sinking. Pardon me. And he's gonna
And
get up
at
and start
that
walking
moment-
in that direction.
Lefty starts screaming and tearing across this path, kind of straight at Rolo.
All right. What's
Actually, straight at Azov, his best friend.
all right? So he can get there with his 30 feet of movement.
Just get shoved into the
We're
fire.
just gonna play out what happens right now, and then we're gonna hold it there till next week. Okay. Lefty runs in screaming. One flower clone goes away. The other flower clone is standing there, and Semenga here looks real mad and confused, and is just gonna have that great sword, just like, what is the meaning of any of this? I'm so confused. And he's ready to fight. 'Cause he felt one
We're
of his
being swarmed by zombies. Look, we should slay it at once.
Oh man, we're gonna get to learn how we fight when we fight together.
And then he's gonna be saying like, take out the other flower one, take out the other flower one.
All right, we'll pick up with that next week. Too late to do a whole fight right now, I think.
All right.
But yeah, that's what. Yeah, I don't want to throw down with the whole fight now. So
Cool. All right. Well,
That's fine.
bye stream then.
yeah,
Bye, stream.
good night.
See you in 2 weeks.